What is up, everybody?
What's happening?
Today we're talking about the brand new Babymetal album. This motherfucker.
At least you look Japanese.
Yeah, I am Japanese. I mean, I'm a quarter. My grandmother's full. Okay. What was I going to say before you fucked me up? We don't have Zach here tonight. He's out with Melissa doing things, and but I have these two guys. You guys love them. So it's gonna be the three of us. I'm drinking. And
I'm Dave.
Yeah, we have Dave and Josh. And Josh is in 2 days. Right now it's Saturday. In 2 days, Josh is gonna be our neighbor. Right on. Toast to Josh. There you go. ET phone beer. ET phone beer. Now when another house around the block comes up for sale, you gotta buy
I ain't
it.
buying this. These are old ass houses, right?
Hey, they ain't bad. They ain't bad. They're revamping them, bro. They're revamping
I'll never
them.
get out of the house.
We're taking over this neighborhood. Zach lives across the street. We bought this house. Josh is buying that house. We're taking over the neighborhood. It's gonna be the party street. But yeah, congratulations everybody on, give Josh congratulations for his first
Hit up the comments.
first house, man. It's fucking awesome. But we're talking about the new Babymetal album. Now, a lot has happened since Metal Resistance. And I remember Zach and Josh and I, did you do a video with us talking about the last Babymetal? I can't remember.
I was here for the first one.
You were here for the first one?
I think.
No, I don't think so. I think that might have just been me, Zach, and Josh also.
I could have sworn I was on
But
one
I
of them.
swear you and I did something. I can't remember.
We did a song or two. I think we did like karate or something. I don't remember.
Probably, I can't remember. It's been so fucking long.
We just
Anyway,
did a single song so we went to pop up into
a lot
don't need it.
A lot has happened. One of their guitarists passed away. What, he fell off the stage or something?
No, he died of like cancer, dude.
No, I thought a dude like fell off a stage and died.
No.
Hold on.
Their guitarist got sick or something really bad.
I need to look
I don't
this
remember what
up.
it was. I don't know if it's cancer, but he had like some.
How about he's fucking dead? Who cares how he died?
Well, lots of people care how he died.
Well, I'm just saying, it's not something you need to be arguing about. Like, man,
You're gonna get someone cussing out in the comments in Japanese, and you're just gonna be like, you're gonna have to like Google translate that shit and be like, oh, he said a lot of bad words.
Well, all right.
I don't care.
I mean, I'm interested now because I swear I thought like he fell off a stage.
No, he got sick like bad.
But yeah, okay.
He had like brain cancer or some shit. I don't remember, but it was something bad. Like it was some kind of sickness.
Mikio Fujioiko.
Something like that.
I can't click on his name, so I can't find out.
There's no one Wikipedia him. Nah, he got sick though, and he died. That's how he died.
But I swear a dude fell off a stage and died.
Manson's falling off stages.
That man is quick to cancel a show
Right.
over a fucking little stomach bug, over a cold. He's
like 60 now. No, he's like
he is
48.
50. He is in his 50s now. Yeah. Kami band guitarist Mikio Fujioka fell from an observation deck. He died from his injuries January 5th, 2018.
Oh, I thought he was sick.
Anyway,
That sucks.
so that guy died. It's very unfortunate because that's a very talented band. That because obviously now it's two ladies. It was three. Yui Metal quit. Like I said, a lot has happened since the last album. Yui Metal quit. But here's the thing: we were just talking about this. I do not notice her absence because I don't know which one is mostly singing in the forefront.
I don't remember the
Or
names.
if
Like Metal.
there's Yui Metal, Moa Metal, and
Yeah, I don't remember. Pull the phone back out.
yeah, let me pull this back.
Well, I know
up.
it's not Moa Metal. Moa Metal's the other girl. The other side girl.
So then it's got to be what's it? Sue Metal.
Yeah,
lead
Sue
vocals.
Metal is the main singer.
Well, there's Sue Metal lead vocals, and then there's Moa Metal lead and background vocals. So I can't tell either apart. Even Yui Metal. I can't notice. I don't notice an accent. I mean, they have very similar voices anyway.
And before you could see the video and just be like, it's the one in the middle. But now they're next to each other.
Yeah,
So it's like,
so-
okay.
I mean, so it's
We're going to be the worst Baby Metal fans. In the world.
we are going to be the worst video. But I mean,
It's no longer Korn. Now we're Baby Metal.
but would you blame us? I mean, that's a whole different culture over there. So anyway, I got the album last week, David too, and cool little story is I pre-ordered mine off of Amazon, and they accidentally sent me 2 copies and only charged me once. I gave the other one to Zach, and he had told me today he only listened to a couple tracks. He's not the biggest fan of that group. But yeah, so a lot has happened in what, 3 years? 3 years.
Has it been 3 years since Karate?
It was like April 1st.
2016 was when it came out.
2016,
Yeah, so.
And so that's been 3 years. And
Guitarist died.
Yeah, guitarist
Yui Metal
died.
was the one that's sick. That's why she
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, she left
She was
to do a solo thing.
And she was sick. Somebody was sick.
I do remember, but right before they announced her her final departure, she did have to cancel some appearances and stuff. But I remember, okay, kind of got to do a little history here. I remember I bought the first album sort of for laughs because what was it, 2014, 2015, we were seeing
Gimme
this.
Chocolate was.
Yeah, it was Gimme Chocolate. It was like, oh, check out this Japanese J-pop metal band. And I'm like, you know what, this is cool. This is cool. This is different.
They
And
had a lot of good songs though on there.
yeah, and so I bought the album for laughs, not expecting it to enjoy it as much
Right.
as I did. That's what really blew me away. I was like, wow, there's actually some really good shit on here that, yeah, the J-pop and metal thing was definitely a gimmick, but there's a little more than gimmicks on that album. I mean, I would say it's the most gimmicky of theirs. I mean, but the way they sort of just take other styles of music and metal them up, or they just do other styles of metal. And there's hints of that over there, like there's the new metal track, there's one track that throws some dub in there, and then it's definitely got the most J-pop and metal tracks. But the Metal of Resistance really blew me away because it
was more them now than it was a gimmick. It got less gimmicky.
Yeah, the gimmicks were mostly dropped, and you get the raw, or the real ass talent up in there. Because like I said, it's a talented fucking band.
Oh yeah.
And so there was a folk metal track, a track that did some ska. Then there was Tales of the Destinies is still one of my favorite tracks. It's that Dream Theater style prog metal, even down to that little piano moment halfway through. I'm like, oh, that's a Dream Theater thing. That's so cool. And it's a song that sounds like Dream Theater when they're at their best, because Dream Theater, they can be so lame and then so fucking awesome on the same album.
Octavarium.
Yeah, Octavarium's pretty rad. But I like it more. My favorite Dream Theater is the astonishing side, when it's more rock opera kind of shit, like Scenes from a Memory, But I mean, I do like the heavy albums. But anyway, that album had a lot of variety of fucking, and I was like, damn man, this is some good ass shit. If any band, especially a foreign band who just crossed over to America because of their gimmick. Because let's face it, the only reason they really got any notice over here is because people were saying, "Oh, it's a J-pop metal band with kids. Check it out." That album.
Yeah, because there were a bunch of fucking pedophiles in it, you said, in the U.S. Oh, there's kids? I got it. They're Japanese? Oh, even better. Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to watch Sailor
It's
Moon.
not the only slant eye they like to look at.
Oh my
It's
god.
they like the horizontal slant.
Pornhub. I mean, no.
Good night, everybody.
Welcome to America.
It's called Rule 24.
I thought it was 34.
34, yeah, sorry.
34.
Yeah, you know, Rule 34.
Anything on the internet will be turned into porn.
Yeah,
Pretty
if
much.
it exists, there's a porn of it. But that album, it showcased that this group is more than the gimmick, and more than what they were marketed as. And that's why I started to be like, okay, this is a band that I'm really going to pay attention to. Because if it was any other, like I said, foreign band who had their big little spotlight moment here in America, nobody would have paid attention on that second album. It would have just, most of the time, it would have just been the same shit.
If they're not British, get out.
Yeah. And this one was definitely not the same shit. It was an evolved version of the best shit from that first one. And, you know, I was all for the third Babymetal album. And I was like, you know, it can either keep moving forward or it can just sound like the last one. And holy fuck, it moved forward. While doing the best stuff from the last album, it's doing that here in many fantastic ways. So with that intro, before we talk about tracks,
Word from our sponsors.
It's called Galaxy Metal.
yeah, the album is called, I think I did bring that up, didn't
Did you?
I?
I don't
think
think
I
you did.
might have. I mean, I go on my rambles, but yeah, it's called Galaxy Metal from Babymetal.
And it is
I like how
all-
their albums are all kind of like just titled Metal This, Metal That.
Yeah. Well, it's simple.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
They're only children.
Well, they're not
No,
children anymore.
they're all over 18
They're
now.
in their 20s now.
Yeah.
So it's if you wanna masturbate to this shit, it's okay now.
You don't get my rocks off.
I mean, so you know,
P.O.com.
so what? All right, Josh, since you're you haven't listened to the full album, but we ran through the album really fairly quickly. What did you think of what you heard?
Same as everything else. I like it as soon as I like the music, but as soon as they start singing, I'm like, nope, I'm out.
So what is
It's
it about
I
the
don't-
singing that
It's
you don't
annoying.
get into?
It's so clashing.
It's clashing.
Extremely
I can see
clashing.
that.
It doesn't harmonize very well.
I can see that,
And it
'cause
just sounds like any fucking time I play any of my games on my computer or watch any anime.
It sounds like it belongs in an anime. I mean,
It does. Not this
Any-
album though. So
Any fight album.
particularly this album though does not give you. And there's one. Or two
I haven't heard
songs-
the album, people.
Right. He hasn't
Yeah, we
heard it.
I came to hang
blazed
out.
through it. Yeah, he came to hang out. We blazed through it. But I mean,
I'm just
like I
fixing-
remember that when we reviewed the last one, and you said you've heard this stuff before. It just sounds like Final Fantasy.
It does not sound like Final Fantasy.
I mean,
Final
the
Fantasy
thing
does not have
is-
any singing in
Final
it.
Fantasy 10.
Well, there is that.
The thing is the stuff you hear on here, you're going to hear on a lot of animes. And because what I do like about this band is they take a lot of those cheesy kind of song styles and metal them up. Like, has anyone heard the Hamtaro theme? Throw some metal guitar in there.
You can name
Or
any
you've got
anime out there, and you pick Hamtaro, which they don't even make anymore. It came out like 20 years ago. And they're like,
Take Hechala from
Hamtaro
Dragon
when I was
Ball
in
Z.
1992.
Hechala, the fly away.
Take the song for Bleach or Naruto or there's like one or two songs.
Any Dragon Ball.
My Hero
Gundam.
Academia. People will know this stuff, by the way. Death Note.
I had to
I'm
throw
a big
Hamtaro
anime
love
nerd.
in there. I had to throw
I
some
like
Hamtaro
anime.
love in there.
The thing what I found,
jam was Gundam.
the difference, what I find between Babymetal and anime intro music is that anime intro music is intro music for the anime. Babymetal puts a product out that has actual production value.
Yeah.
Like it's an actual full song. You're not expecting.
I mean,
to
they're
end
not an end,
to where it's
like-
like and then it's done.
Like
that's every.
Like the one, like the song from the anime episode of South Park. That hey, let's go, Kikasu.
Right.
Take
But
it
you don't
from
get
another,
that from
take
Babymetal
the
though. It's not an
balls,
intro
that's
song.
fighting
Is what I'm saying though.
Well, if you ever translate the fucking what they're saying, it doesn't make sense because it's not.
Yeah, that's why I love
English
that
to
song so much.
Japanese to English, exactly. It's gonna be all weird out of place, and you're like, "What the
Yeah.
hell? It's gonna sound weird."
Unless you're Netflix specials.
I mean,
Death
and
Note.
it's like that. It's like that when you translate.
I loved it. I kind of like Death Note, the Netflix one, the
The
live.
Netflix one, the
I
one
haven't watched
everybody
it.
What's the actor that played the?
I heard it was like terrible, so I never watched
discount Dane Cook.
Same goes for the Bleach one. I did watch parts of the Full Metal Alchemist, and I was like,
There's a live action Full Metal Alchemist.
there is. It's not terrible.
Alchemist.
It's not terrible, but it's not good.
I like the anime more.
Oh yeah, the anime is fucking amazing.
It's like Dragon Ball fucking
Evolution. After Dragon Ball Evolution, I have stayed away from live action made in the
Master
West.
Roshi was the only one that got right.
Well,
It was fun.
Bleach wasn't made in the West. Bleach
fun.
is an actual Japanese production, though.
Yeah, if it was
awful, but I mean, it's still like, it's.
I mean, I saw a cool ass looking trailer for a live action Attack on Titan.
Now I want to see that shit.
That actually might be kind of cool.
Yeah, I want to see that.
But I quit watching anime.
But you're gonna see giant American slong thing.
Like, I really quit watching anime a long. Like, I hate to say it, my anime knowledge runs as deep as the Dragon Ball series.
I
mean,
I know a lot. I watch a lot of anime.
Like, I was into it fairly heavily when I was real young, maybe 10, 11, and I kind of just got out of it.
Yeah, I got back into it about a year ago, and I've watched a lot in the last year. Like,
I remember watching Akira.
If I wasn't married, I'd be a virgin. That's how much I watch of it.
That's how wide I am, people. It's like my anime knowledge goes as deep as Akira.
That's like 1986 though. That's in our birth year.
That's old as fuck, man. But I mean, I see what Josh is saying. It's like, because I can see a lot of people now. I know Stars, man, she can't handle it.
There's so much now in the newer. Back to the album though, on Galaxy Metal, there's a lot of production to this, and like I said, not every song. There's like one or two songs that you're like, yeah, this could be on an anime in the middle of a fight scene.
Yeah.
But most of it now is they have become an actual metal band.
They feel more with each release so far. They, like I said, they are moving away from that original gimmick, and
no more Gimme Chocolate.
Yeah, exactly. Like the second album had your Gimme Chocolate. What was it?
Karate.
Karate
wasn't.
But I liked it.
I like the fucking motions.
I like Gimme Chocolate too. I like that one too. I don't dislike it.
I like the songs that were in Japanese that you couldn't pronounce. Like because
because it was the Japanese characters.
Yeah. Like squiggly line, man with little hats.
Ein, it's two eyes actually. I learned this because I talked to somebody who was on Discord that was talking about it. And I always thought it was line, L-I-N-E, and they're like, no, it's two eyes and an N-E, so it's like Ian or Ein or something like that. Oh. And that's the one with the rap song.
Yeah, where they go?
Like,
yo,
whatever.
Yo.
Yeah, that one. And I enjoyed that one though.
That was cool, man.
And I listened to it in my car. It's got a sick bump to it.
Yeah, man. That's another thing about this. Like, whoever produces the beats on there, because they mix a lot of electronica in there. Whoever plays the guitars, whoever plays the drums, this band.
Well, I don't know who does it now. The first producer from the first album was the same guy who produced Party All Night. Party Hard.
Andrew WK guy?
Yeah, they produced his first. Whoever the producer was produced his first that album.
Love Andrew WK.
It's the same producer that did the first album. I don't know if he stuck to it, if they've stuck with him. But I know the first album though was the same producer for Andrew WK's first album.
I can see that because that first Andrew WK did have this sort of polish to it.
I love that song. That song's classic.
The whole album's so good. I don't dislike any Andrew WK. You know what's great?
His new album's good.
Oh, dude, so fucking good.
Yeah,
so
I enjoyed the new album. The new album is such a fucking kick-ass.
Fucking good.
It came out last year.
Last March I believe. Man, really fucking good album. We should do
a retro on Andrew. I need to go back and listen to all of them.
I need to get Close Calls with Brick Walls.
How many albums is he? Like 5?
Well, I mean, if you want to throw in your Japanese releases, because there's Close Calls with Brick Walls, which was after The Wolf, which is not too hard to get a hold of, but it's not too easy to get a hold of. But there's also, I think it's Cadillac or something, where it's mostly piano stuff, which is cool. Then there's a Gundam album he did, because he's majorly popular in Japan.
Oh yeah.
Because after all that legal trouble happened over here, I guess he moved to Japan and was producing music over there, because he couldn't produce music as Andrew WK in America for some reason.
Some interesting stuff to learn about. Right?
Yeah, he was doing that in Japan for a while, but I guess all is
Off
well
topic.
because he came in there. But I mean, that's connected.
Yeah, it's not weird. It's
but
Japanese.
but this album leaps by leaps and bounds. Like we were talking about the production, whoever the band, the musical artist. Because I'm sure that the ladies don't really play any instruments. Because they were.
I think.
I'm sure they play instruments, but I don't know if they're heavily featured.
No, they're not. They don't play like I know the main singer. What was her name again?
Not Moa.
No, the other one. Anyway, I think I've seen her play a guitar on live once, or it might have been Moa actually, or you or Moa. One of those girls played an electric guitar
Red.
live with Paul Juice Priest.
Oh, okay. Rob Halford?
Rob Halford. I don't know what's that, Paul.
Paul.
Rob.
I was about to be like Paul Schaefer?
No, Rob Halford. Yeah, she did a solo actually, or it could have been played over. I don't know, but it looked like she was playing it. She knew the notes.
No. But the band is incredibly talented. Just to be able to do the different styles they do on here, and that is just like with the last album. Is my favorite thing about this album is the amount of variety. So let's jump into a little track by track.
Future metal.
Yeah, so it starts off with
Future metal.
Future Metal.
Metal.
And that starts off sounding like something I would hear from Bass Nectar. And so it's basically an intro track. How long is this? This is only 2:05. Little intro track. Real EDM inspired, with some guitar in there.
I like the robot vocals.
Yeah, the robot vocals.
Like we are from
What
the
does she
future.
say? Yeah.
We will suck your brain out.
She says.
I don't know what she
She
says.
says, fasten your neck brace and headbands or something like that. This is no heavy metal, or this ain't no heavy metal. I think maybe she says this is Babymetal or some shit.
This is
But yeah, we are on a
Babymetal.
journey to the metal galaxy. Please fasten your neck brace and headband.
Just
That's all
to translate the English.
I'm just
that
picturing like
fucking
these
well.
really, like that's what I'm picturing, like these really bad robot outfits.
Right,
There's,
yeah, some
like,
kaiju,
some
man.
Guar style
some fucking kaiju up in there. Like, you got some Power Ranger style fucking
yeah, just some fucking
monsters.
like Ultraman bullshit, like just fucking coming in, like giving you the thumbs up at the end of the song.
Yeah, man.
And then disappearing, and then you come into dance time.
Yeah, Dada Dance, Dada Dance. Dada Dance. That one is
DDR all the way.
probably the big J-pop and metal kind of track on here, because it's the first one that it's there to get the blood
It
pumping.
does. It really gets you hyped up though. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're just
it's a
like,
fun song.
It's really fast paced,
Yeah.
and it's DDR like revolution.
Yeah,
Dance
it
Revolution.
sounds like an arcade. It sounds like
Yeah,
being
I
in
mean,
a fucking arcade.
You're stepping on arrows the entire
Yeah,
time
you're
the
stepping
song.
on colorful arrows, and you're watching your cool Japanese character fucking doing his dances.
It's not even cool Japanese character. It's actually nowadays it'd be like one of those like little what are they called mochi like I don't know. There's like these little tiny anime characters with big heads and big eyes now. That's the big thing nowadays.
Weird.
Everything looks like a fucking Funko pop character now.
Yeah.
Even Japanese anime characters, they have those now.
But yeah, that's a cool track. It's not one of my favorites. But I do like the energy in this track. It's a real high energy track that
Makes you want to move.
Makes you want to move. Makes you want to bang your head a little bit. You're like,
Meth
okay,
Axe
all right,
would
this
die
is
from the song.
this is, if anything, this is your Babymetal. The shit that they.
First album. This is what they give you. They're like, here's our first album right here in this one
Yeah,
song.
here's some J-pop, here's some rock, here's some metal. Here, have some fun. The album has begun. That's definitely what's going on there. And then Elevator Girl. Elevator Girl.
Song on here,
It's your least
It's
favorite.
my least favorite. I get bored with it. It's about a girl who loves the elevator going up and
Yeah,
down.
and I'm like, when he asked me, do you know what it's about? And I'm like, I say, is it about Lisa Lamb? Look it up, people. Google it. Lisa Lamb was a lady who at the, what was that hotel in LA, man? Anyway, there's footage of her, like, freaking out, looking out of an elevator, pushing all the buttons, and then she, like, disappeared. Then they find her bloated body in the water tower upstairs after people, guests at the hotel, were complaining that their water tasted funny.
You got way too dark with that song, though. It's literally about, it's two Japanese girls singing about a girl who loves going up and down in an elevator.
I'm wondering too, you're going down, down, but down, down, the down.
Going up, going up, up.
Go to lyrics. And it says here clearly English version. I'm like, I hope the Japanese version sounds a little better, but
Probably doesn't.
I don't mind it because I do like the sort of, I call it the Capcom electronic music in the background.
It has
When
moments of
like-
okay, but it bored
And that's
me.
during the mostly during the verse. When the verse is going down, the background music sounds like the menu music to a Capcom video game. Like
can relate to
SNK
it. I
versus
guess.
Street Fighter. Like that's what it sounds like to me. And
I think to me it just got really generic and just
yeah, exactly. To me, I can take it or leave it. I don't mind
I
it.
skip it.
But that's like the album, like I said, it starts off with something I can hear from Bass Nectar, then you get your standard Babymetal track, then you get this that's sort of whatever. But then from there on, the album fucking hits hard.
Oh yeah.
This is
It goes around the galaxy.
it goes around the galaxy.
Around the galaxy.
So
I always picture what's the wave? What's that? The game show where they're on top of like they do all the waters things, like they're trying to dodge fucking.
are you talking about I know what you're talking about.
They had
Extreme
it in
Elimination
Japan.
Challenge.
They had no. So it was big in Japan where it was all these people trying to jump on floats and shit. And there's things that will always knock them into and do them flips and shit into the
I talking
water.
about the one that came over here and
yeah, that
Americans
shit's so
overdubbed
funny.
it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
said she was so
Was
funny.
that Extreme Elimination Challenge?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a great
I
one.
love
Yeah,
that.
that's
funny
always
as
what I
fuck.
picture in it though. It's like,
Kenny Blake
oh,
and
she
shit.
got hit.
God, they need to come out with that on Blu-ray.
Right, I would have
that shit.
Put it on Netflix.
But yeah,
Disney,
so
look
track
it up.
4 to me is where the album gets really good. Shanti 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 takes that sort of Indian style music, your Bollywood kind of stuff, where it takes your standard Arabic kind of scales.
Come on, Josh, give us some. You're not good enough.
And then it throws in like the dance beat, boom, boom, boom. You get some of that in there. Very, very
hip
Bollywood
shake.
kind of. Yeah, it's one of those. I just kind of want to. It makes me want to belly dance and shit, right? She said no. I'm gonna try, man. I'm gonna try.
Camera.
I don't know.
You ain't drunk enough for this. Come on.
I can twerk.
Nope. Alright. Yeah.
Sorry,
Come
people.
on, views.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I'll do anything for views.
Oh
But yeah, real cool Arabic track. Love the shit out of that. That one is one of my favorites, man. The bumping, because yeah, there you go. I'm a big fan of stuff. Yeah, but look though, the Spanish music scales, the Egyptian sound,
it's
a
a lot
lot
of
of that is very similar. If you can play Spanish style scales, you can do the fucking Indian stuff, the Arabic stuff, the Egyptian stuff.
no. Yeah, simple sounds there.
Yeah, very, very similar chord structures and notes. And but the people know what we're talking about.
The people.
The people.
The people! The people!
The people have a smoker. So
Look off! We are so good and so for racism! Some of the white people talking about Japanese.
but I got Japanese in me, man. So it's like
You can get away with it.
I guess.
I'm Jewish, that's all I can do.
He is Jewish. He's a Jew, but he's Jewish. Yeah, just
Not-
Jewish.
Get a little hard on that J there. Back it off there, Hitler.
But yeah, one of my favorite tracks. Like, what do you think about that one, man? What do you think about that one, David?
I enjoy Shanti Shanti. I like the whole. It's more like an Arabic.
And her
Indian.
vocals, man, her
And it works,
vocalizing,
yeah, I mean, it does
really
sound-
hits those notes, especially.
And it's really hard to go for me. Like it's hard to go song by song with a lot of these because they are each different. And this is an enjoyable song if you like the culture. More like if you don't like Indian culture or any kind of like yeah, basically Indian culture. If you don't like that kind of culture, you're just gonna be like, all right, this is all right. But I mean, me as a musician, I enjoy it. You know, I like the culture. I love Indian food. So I like Hinduism and everything. We're not gonna go into that though. So it's a cool song. There's not really a specific part other than the sound. Like the sound of it is.
Yeah, that
there's nothing
that
specific,
sitar-y kind of shit going on.
There's nothing specific though, other than that you can get into by that song.
Like, yeah, it's definitely one of the best. Like, to me, it's one of those tracks where I will say, okay, if you're not really into baby metal, maybe check this one out. Because that's the thing, is like, most people won't. I know most people don't like baby metal because of the J-pop aspect.
I like it because of that.
And I do like the J-pop aspect, but what draws me in is the fact that I'm hearing all these different styles, and all these different styles that I like.
This whole album, this isn't one of those albums, it's a shuffle album. You can have it on shuffle.
Yeah, you can have it on shuffle.
You hear, except for Ellie Girl for me.
Yeah.
Except for
You
one
can take it or leave it,
songs,
but I don't.
the whole album itself, though.
It's Capcom menu music, but what's after Shanti Shanti is we get, like the second album had that rad folk track. This one, we get another folk metal track that is O Majinai.
Oh Majinai, I enjoyed that one. I mean, I've only heard a few songs from Sabaton though, so I like that.
Silent Night.
Sabaton's the if you like Sabaton.
Majinai.
I don't know what that is. If you like Sabaton though, or any kind of like that what is it? What's the pirate metal? Pirate metal. Pirate metal, you're gonna like this song.
Yeah,
it's very pirate.
It takes that Scandinavian style, the Norwegian style, it's straight fucking folk metal. Even down to the, and it sounds like they're having a lot of fun on it when they do the real fucking fun track, and then the groove, you get that gallop in there, and then the accordion. The accordion's so rad. It'll remind you of shit like Teresa's or Ailstorm.
Ailstorm definitely is what
definitely
I first thought. I was like,
because it feels more like the pirate metal thing with that accordion in there. Like it really does.
It's got a very Caribbean.
Yeah, there's a very Caribbean
pirate
kind of style in there. And that's cool as shit. I love that's one of my favorite styles of heavy metal is the heavy folk kind of stuff. And I was glad that they jumped in that genre again. And I haven't listened to Metal Resistance in a while. I actually listened to the first album last week. And
I like Metal Resistance better than the first album.
I do
too. That more often.
I did too. But the reason I listened to the first one last week because I hadn't heard it in years. And I had planned on listening to the second one because I hadn't heard it in a while either. Yeah. But I never got around to it.
The first album I have only a few songs.
And so I can't really remember. I remember there's a folk track on there, but I don't remember which one it was or what. But this one, like, man, it's fucking good, dude. Oh my Gina! That's just rad as fuck. It's rad as a motherfucker. But then after that, you get Brand New Day.
I love that song.
This is a song I should hate. I should hate this song.
I like it. If you're a fan of the newer style pop, it's got like this real hip hop groove to it, but it's also got like this a pop kind of feel, and then this excellent. If you like Polyphia, if you ever heard of them, you need to check them out if you haven't. The guitarist and the drummer from Polyphia are in this album. And the first time you hear the guitar, you're just gonna be like, I need to listen to the rest of the band. Polyphia is one of my new favorite bands. Like,
and I need to check more of them out, man. I need to check more of them out. I'm not gonna lie, I have forgotten. Yeah. Until you brought them back up. So, yeah, that's the thing is.
It's such a good band, though. I mean, they have the Polyphia themselves have. They don't really have vocals. They have a couple songs that have vocals in them, and I think they have. Those are guest people. Most of the time, it's a jam band. Like they're very proggy, but then they add a lot of hip hop style to their drumming, and it's not like fake like hip hop like beats or anything. Like the actual drummer is up there, and he's just like tapping.
He's like a Questlove.
I mean, the drums are just really jazz. Has a lot of big jazz influence, but there's a lot of metal influence to it. And then the guitarist is young. He's like 19. Yeah, he's or 20 years old. I mean, what I saw from him, he's young as shit. Or he was when he started. He was really young, and he's such a good guitarist too. I mean, it's a lot of things. It's the timing. It's all how his timing works out on his guitar. Like he plays a lot of things that could be simple to a lot of people, but how he times everything. And I've seen him do it. He taps a lot.
Yeah.
Like he does a lot of tap riffs and everything. So when he plays and you hear all that like really fast stuff, he's just up there like just
That's
tapping
rad,
his
man.
fingers and shit. He doesn't strum a lot.
That's
I mean,
rad.
he's just flying around tapping. And I was one of my, like I said, one of my newer favorite bands. And I heard that song, I was like, by far one of my favorite songs on this album. Just because I'm a fan, I'm a big fan of Polyphia.
Right, and like I said, this is a song I should hate because of how ballady it is. But the groove is so good. I just love the snaps. There's these finger snaps in there. It's
Yeah.
like boom, 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 boom. I'm like, that
And
is
that
so
bass,
fucking rad.
Like I mean, it's not like finger taps either. Like that's the drummer just like clicking on
that
his
is
fucking drum set or
rad,
some
man.
shit.
That is fucking cool.
That whole but every song on their albums of Polyphia at least. I mean, I've heard a lot of times, and I just like 40 ounce would be one I would definitely recommend. If you want to get started and listen to Polyphia, check out the song 40 ounce. You'll get their whole style of how they play.
40 ounce.
40
Yeah, it's
ounce
called
to
40
freedom,
ounce.
yo.
40 ounce, no joke. That's
40 ounce to freedom.
But it's such a good fucking
Freedom,
band.
40.
And then I heard that, and like you
Smoke
said,
the
it
joints
should be a
when I wiggle.
song that you hate. 'Cause
Car,
it's
smoke the
extremely,
joints.
it's extremely poppy, like the vocal wise. Her vocals are extremely like pop style indie pop. Is a more vocal style of Brand New Day. But like I said, those guitars keep you in. You're just like, damn, I just want to keep listening
It
to
is
it.
a cool fucking groove, man. Like
Solo.
it's one, like I said, it's a song that
not a
if
banger.
done wrong, I'm not digging it.
But
But I guess I gotta pay more attention to Polyphia, man, because like the groove is so fucking good. The lyrics, where it's like I dance in the dark. I don't know what
the
it
lyrics
is.
are the most cheesiest thing of the song.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. We gotta bring this up. Just, I think yesterday or the day before, the lead singer from Machine Head just went on a big tirade about how people talked shit about the new Machine Head song, and because
I like Machine
they said it was too much like "Die Motherfucker, Die Motherfucker, Die" from Dope.
I like the song too.
And yeah, right. I like both, and yeah, when you listen to it, he does that. But who gives a fuck, man? I mean, it is a little close, but
I think
he
because
went
Machine Head's
on-
never been like I'm a fan of Machine Head. I've listened to it.
I have never heard
Check
much
out-
Machine Head at all.
You heard the song Halo? That's a big popular song that they've had a few years ago.
I thought that was Soil. My little halo.
Don't be gay. No.
My little
Halo by Machine Head is
My little
fucking.
halo.
Now, you want a real metal song? Halo by Machine Head is fucking heavy.
My little halo.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Yeah, you're gonna ruin them.
Soil was shit.
Oh yeah, they were. And then and then the singer went to Drowning Pool and made them even more shit.
Whoa, well, Drowning, I hate to say it, Drowning Pool should quit
After the guy
all
died
Buddy
because
died.
no, well that's who the singer was.
Because
who
that
replaced
album
him.
is and that first Drowning Pool is
new metal all the way.
it is
It's
new metal all
so
the way.
new metal.
And it is
I love
it
it
is
though.
such a I love it too, but it's such a fucking I'm gonna take every trope, every cliche
Oh, it is
thing.
the emo metal band. Not like screamo as they say, but it is the emotional like I'm gonna kill myself.
I'm
kind of
gonna
metal
take
band song.
every cliche that raise
The
your
party
hands, you're
with
a
the-
sinner.
I'm a sinner.
That's what people like. People that are into sinner, man. I'm a
Me and Josh
sinner.
is in that shit. We know.
But,
We're gonna be in the new metal.
but yeah, I like that album, even though it's like I hate everyone else but me.
Well, that's an egotistical song too.
Right. I'm like, that is such a teenager thing. Like, it is a
Yeah.
teenage angst fucking in an album
And yet it's
all
still
the way.
stupid popular nowadays, though.
Right, but
The
it's
one thing
still
you don't
fun,
remember
dude.
anything after that album.
It is
though.
still fun. Like,
They had,
yeah.
like, 3 albums
Well,
after
the
that.
thing is that's the only album with the original guy. And then I remember Rob Zombie did a song. Oh, he sang on a song for him. I think for the Daredevil soundtrack. And yeah, for like a small second there, you could say Rob Zombie was the lead singer. And then, I think it was 2006, I heard a new version of the Body song with the new guy, and I was like, this is dog shit.
Yeah, it's the same guy from Soil, though.
Oh,
I have to say this, I was a Soil fan for the first album, and then it got
but
weak.
back to the Machine Head bit. He just the other day came on this big tirade complaining, talking about, who the fuck listens to dope anyway. I like dope. We like dope. The three of us like dope. I like the dope you smoke and the dope you listen to. But
I was gonna say I like dope. I'm not gonna claim
the
anything
man
else.
said, I love it when you don't want to complain about my lyrics, but at the same time talk about the lyrical genius of Babymetal. I'm like, oh, that's so fucking funny. That's a real funny little thing. He's just a mad 50-year-old singer that...
He's like close to 60. Like,
yeah, he's just a mad dude that not as many people are listening to his band as the newer guys. This was basically his Billy Joe Armstrong.
Well, see, Machine
when
had
Billy Joe
2
Armstrong tripped out on stage.
Yeah.
I'm from fucking 1980.
So this is why. This is the reason why Machine.
Justin
the singer-
fucking Bieber.
The reason why the main singer though is so I don't remember his name. Like I said, I'm a fan of the music, but I don't really keep up with the band. But I do know one thing. So 2 years ago, the band stopped being a band. Right, like 2017, because this guy is a total douche. Like the singer,
The Machine Head guy?
Yeah, the Machine Head guy.
It sounds like
he's a
it.
control freak.
It sounds like it from
Well, see,
his little tirade.
Apparently he was so controlling over how the band sounds. The rest of the band was like, "Fuck you, we're done." So the last 2 years they've been on hiatus, and now they finally, I guess, work things out. And this is the first song off their newest work of stuff since the last 2 to 3 years ago, or whatever. So
It's
of
a
course
very-
he's whining about it because he wants
When
people
I
to like
listened
it.
to it, it was very lyrically arrogant.
I
But
haven't listened to it yet, but
I can't complain about those kind of lyrics because every kind, a lot of artists do this where it's like nobody's as cool as me. A lot of people do that
Nobody's as
shit.
cool as me.
A lot of people do that shit in music. So I mean,
I'm breathtaking.
I'm not gonna be one of those people that say
You're
it's
breathtaking.
cringeworthy. Yeah,
Right.
you're
Right.
all
breathtaking.
Yeah, you're all breathtaking.
That's
yeah.
the shirt.
That's
Oh,
fucking-
he's wearing it. You've worn that shirt every time you
No,
come
I
over
did not
here.
wear it last time.
You didn't wear it last
No, he
time?
didn't.
I think you wore it on the Tool video.
I did wear it on that
You
one.
did wear it on the
Yeah.
Tool video.
And the Slipknot because it was the same day. So.
Yeah, it was the same night.
So, it's the same
Actually, no, it wasn't.
Or which one was this?
They were both in the same time and space.
Right.
But one was
this one was the
after
Tool album.
midnight and one was before
Slipknot,
midnight.
I wore the Slipknot shirt. I think.
Well, probably when we talked about the songs.
Yeah, that's
because
it.
we did
I just got this
albums on
around
the
the
same
Tool
night.
time. I wanted to show it off. 'cause I'm proud of
Anyway,
it. So, anyway.
what song
Funny
were
thing.
we talking about?
We were talking about
Brand New Day. We were talking about Brand New
Such
Day.
a good song.
Really cool song, really fun track. Really cool groove. And then you get to Night Night Burn. Night Night Burn takes your Babymetal style but Latins it up.
I like that one.
Really
Yeah,
cool. A
it
lot of
has a good
salsa
intro.
vibes in there.
It's heavy in the middle, in the beginning of it too.
Yeah, you got some heaviness, but you get some really cool, classical guitar licks in there. I'm a major fan of that Spanish guitar sound and those licks on a crystal clear fucking classical guitar like that. Just so fucking beautiful. And so I like the fact that they can take these different styles, but they will use the instrument that is, what's the word I'm looking for? The instrument that you use in that thing.
Well, I mean, classical guitar probably.
That's what I'm saying, that's your Spanish fucking blah.
Like the classical nylon string guitar is like
Exactly.
pretty much what you would hear in any Latin
Exactly.
song.
And so I like the fact that they do
Flamenco
that.
guitar.
Yeah, flamenco, you use all your fucking fingers.
You know, 12-string. You got a 12-string bass.
Yeah, I do have a 12-string bass. Sounds demonic as fuck. Anyway, love the shit out of that song. Another one that shows a lot of talent, a lot of variety. This album is not one that you get bored with.
You don't. It's like I said, you can have it on shuffle and see like everything it lands on. Like
Yeah,
I mean, depending.
And yeah, all right. Take Elevator Girl for him, and one to me when we get later on. Like I said, the first 3 tracks for me, kind of standard. But from Shanti Shanti on up, things get real good.
Yeah.
But with Night Night Burn, that is a really cool Latin track. Like I said, I'm a big fan of any kind of Spanish music or Arabic kind of music, all that stuff.
It's a very worldly album.
It is a very worldly album, which is, they said that's the reason.
Epcot of metal.
That's why they, like you said, that's why they called it Metal Galaxy, is because the reason they did this time is that they're taking styles from all the different countries they visited on tour, which is cool. It's like you guys are taking stuff from the cultures you got to entertain, and that's
It's
really
a very
cool.
fun album, though. I mean, like you said, there's nothing really I hate about it. Like I don't hate it. I just get bored with it a little.
There's nothing I hate. I don't get bored. There's one track that I'm not a major fan of, which is my least favorite track, but we'll get to it.
What's the next one?
The next track is In the Name of. Oh, In the Name
That's
of,
an
man.
epic song.
Dude! Alright, this is one that doesn't really feature the ladies all that much. They're like at the beginning doing that sort of
Towards the end.
Gregorian chant shit.
Yeah, I don't know who the singer it would be. It's probably one of the guitarists or something.
Yeah,
It doesn't
like
really say. It
you
doesn't
get
have
the real
special
death
guests.
growls on this one, just.
It reminds me of Death Clock, the singer from
Yeah,
Death Clock.
it sounds like Death Clock meets Sepultura or Soulfly, like that Max Cavalera
This is probably their
tribalism.
heavier, you know, they're like more heavy.
This is a real heavy track.
Yeah,
This
it's
one is
awesome.
really hits hard on the tribal kind of metal that you hear from like Soulfly or Sepultura, like Roots Bloody Roots. It reminds me of Roots Bloody Roots a lot.
Bloody Roots.
Yeah, like the drums in there, because you get that boom.
Yeah, you have the Japanese
big motherfucking
giant fucking drums. You got some shirtless dude in a fucking skirt with some fucking banana on his
got
head.
some feathers and shit, you know. But really fucking awesome track. Love the shit out of it. Another one of my favorites. Like, we're getting, you know, this stretch is like a lot of my favorites in a row, man. Shanti Shanti, Oh Manjanai, Brand New Day, Night Night Burn, In the Name of. Really fucking awesome. Then you get Distortion, the one that features the new Arch Enemy singer.
Yeah, she's been around for a few years, but she's
a few years, but she's still new.
I think there's three. She's the third.
Jesus.
Well, the first singer was Mel, and he was.
It was a dude to begin with.
The first 2 or 3 albums, I think.
It was a guy to begin with. See, I didn't know them until that female singer. Back in 2003, 2004 was the first time I heard of them.
I saw them live with her on there, and she's still better, I think, than the newer singer.
Yeah.
And she was just fucking gorgeous. And she doesn't do a lot of stuff. I looked her up though. She doesn't do anything nowadays. She's just kind of side vocals here and there. Like she'll throw in her vocals in a song. But she doesn't really.
Arch Enemy is a band I need to check a little more out of. I just started checking out Dimmu Borgir real hard.
That's a band to get out your head around.
Yeah, I should
There's
have.
a lot of stuff.
I should have been listening to them ages ago. Like I hate that some bands I sleep on, man. Some bands I sleep on.
That is some fucking black metal.
That is
ever like Cradle of Filth. Now then, Dimmu Borgir is
that shit.
I remember a buddy of mine named Rob. He actually introduced me to not Skinny Rob.
Yeah, not Ducky.
But now this, we call him Fat Rob, but he's not fat anymore, or at least he might get fat again. I don't remember.
I know you're talking about Fat Rob, yeah. I know
so Fat Rob got me into Dimmu Borgir because he was him and my friend Chase are both big into black metal. And that's when I started getting into like Cradle. I didn't really never get into Cradle of Filth.
I love Cradle of Filth.
I like some Cradle.
I love Cradle.
Cradle to me
Danny
is like,
Filth embraces the cheesiness of
I'm one of those
genre.
guys. I'm terrible because I actually like their newer stuff than their older stuff. Like I like everything from Amphetamine on rather than anything pre-Amphetamine. Like, I don't care.
So you're not a Midian fan?
I'm not a
Midian
fan. I'm not a Cruelty fan. I like anything, like I said, Amphetamine on, I enjoy. I like Amphetamine, I like Thorn.
Amphetamine took me a while to enjoy. Thornography is still hard for me to get into.
It's like a Megadeth album to
me,
with black metal.
But Godspeed on the Devil's Thunder
is awesome.
Fucking rekindled my faith for the band, and then Darkly happened.
That's a good one.
But Manticore is kind of average. Manticore is very average. But then you get Hammer of the Witches, awesome, and then Cryptoriana is so fucking good. Cradle of Filth to me have way more good albums.
I think it's more because the pre-Amphetamine albums are just the production value is terrible.
Well, that's a black metal thing, though.
Roadrunner took over.
Yeah, Roadrunner.
Right,
It's a little
I
Roadrunner.
enjoy
That's why
it.
they sounded
They
more
only-
Americanized as
They,
opposed
yeah,
to
they only did
the British style.
Roadrunner for.
When they were on
Roadrunner does a good job.
Yeah,
When they were on,
Roadrunner only did like maybe 2 albums. It might have only
Yeah,
been
but they've stayed with the
Amphetamine.
production value,
Amphetamines
though.
and
But yeah, the production for some reason, to me, I'm not gonna lie, the production sounded great from Median up. But I love the way.
Talk about the song, the band.
I
direction
love
stuff.
the way Principle of Evil and.
this is about Babymetal to
Well,
start
it's
with.
still not but I still.
We
love
always get
the
off
way-
topic.
No, it's just letting the people know so they remember what the hell the video
But
they're
I
watching.
love the way Principle of
They got it in
Evil,
the subtitles.
Dusk in Her Embrace, and Cruelty and the
Be right
Beast
about-
sound.
Here.
But what's weird is
So
what's
weird.
really weird is Midian sounds fantastic.
The titles is
Love
big.
me.
But I love Damnation in a Day. But that was
Ghost in
like
the Fog was such a great song.
But that one
Ghost in
does
the Fog is
not.
such a good
even
song.
though they use a full orchestra, production-wise, it doesn't sound as good as anything before or after. It's
Yeah.
weird, and because it's the first album on a major label. It was on Sony.
For me, I don't listen to a lot of black metal, but I'm a fan of a lot of.
I
black
love
metal songs.
true
but
ass
I
black
like-
metal, but I am not the biggest fan of it.
My favorite thing about
I
black
do
metal
like
bands
it when it gets a little more
are the
symphonic.
videos. They have some of the most like epic fucking like any folk metal, black metal, Viking metal. They have some epic fucking. Even if they're in the fucking woods, they at least add some theatricals to it. Right, you could be in the middle of the fucking woods
No.
with like and it's just such a good like, especially Cradle.
Like
Filth. They have some of the
I like
best
Bathory.
videos.
I like Bathory probably the most out of like true Norwegian black metal. But I mean,
I think like the only one
like
I can say I'm a
Mayhem, I
fan
like
of was
Burzum.
One Man's Child, but they're no longer around. So
yeah, but
No Man's
I
Child.
love Cradle of Filth, and I love right now I'm loving Dimmu Borgir.
Demon Borgia's good.
So
Borgia.
Borgir. You know, a buddy of mine
Give me
just
the burger.
the other night said that a buddy of mine just yesterday straight up told me that Dimmu Borgir
Borgia.
actually
think
stands for Demon Burger, and I'm like, no.
No, it doesn't.
I
knew it, dumbass. What
It
was
is a volcanic
Mike-
formation in
I
like
didn't know him
Iceland
too.
or something.
Mike something. This dude I knew. He used to tell me something.
We called it Demon Burger to be goofy and
Right.
make fun of it.
When we were kids, I mean, that was the funny Demon Burger. Somebody told me so.
They even do that on Death Clock. It was a Dimmu Burger
Yeah.
fast food chain.
And it's
Come
pretty
on,
funny.
people.
There's a dude I knew. I don't really talk to him anymore, but he told me one time he's like on Slipknot's Iowa album, right? He goes, yeah, that 555-666 song. They're saying hairy balls or some shit like that. I'm like,
Bananas.
yeah, great, great bananas. I mean, he tried to tell me that shit. I'm like, really, man, that's what he's saying. Hairy nuts. It's like,
So,
it's some stupid shit.
I mean, a lot of our fans do, or a lot of our watchers do, or fans, like
Pie.
it when
I
we
push
go
my
off
fingers
topic.
into pies.
I like going off. I push my finger into my pies. Throw them in the stove. They slowly start to bake.
That's terrible.
But
Anyway, maybe
yeah, I mean, a lot of our fans do like when we go off topic. I like it most when we go off topic music-wise, and we're still talking about music.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about random, like if somebody said, "Oh man, I watched this movie the other day," like,
They like it when you get piss ass drunk.
They do. A lot of people do like it when I get fucking
I'm
wasted.
surprised you didn't cut off.
See, there's what you need
You
to
didn't
do.
put the ending at the beginning just to keep people attracted to it. So
Oh
they
no!
how
See,
it
that's
got
the
to that
surprise. That's the surprise. Like I
point.
hate
For those
it.
of you who watch towards the end, you get always a surprise. Sometimes it's
I
nuts.
hate it.
Sometimes it's a drunk person.
I hate it in shows when they do that, where it's like it shows you this crazy shit, and then it's like 2 days earlier. Like what?
It's Tarantino. It's a Tarantino.
I
thing.
hate that shit.
They gotta show you the end.
Well, what you
to
need to
get
do
the
is you need to
beginning.
start doing. If you go to the Patreon and people are gonna give you money, and shit, do it so you can get beer, so you can get drunk. The more money you get, the drunker you get, the more you can do. The drunker you can be on video.
Yeah.
Now that's
Drunk
an
abuse.
idea.
There's a sellout plan right there. I haven't heard one.
Remember,
Alright, so what's the next song
I'll live
anyway?
right there. We can do shots. You can make it live, and every time you
do
get a
shots.
donation, we take a shot. Every time people
It's not a
give money.
bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all.
I
But
won't be here for
on
that.
this note, We're about halfway through the album. We're actually a little
More
more
than
than
half.
halfway.
It's only 14 songs.
I'm gonna take a smoke break, and we're gonna be back at you guys in just a minute. All right, you guys, we are back.
We are back. We're on par! You need to get some editing skills and like put in like big words. Like that, you know, those Japanese like flying through the air kind of symbols. Japanese symbols all through in the fucking air.
That MX.
I don't think it sounds anything like that. So what song are we on?
We are on right now. Papaya. Papaya. That one's got a fairly. I call this the Latin-y drum beat. That boom. It kind of uses that drum beat, but the song isn't a very. I wouldn't say. I mean, there's some Latinness in there, but you know, this is another one of those sort of Babymetal tracks.
It's a heavy song.
It's a real heavy track. I mean, but that's it can still be a heavy song with the poppiness in there, because there's a heavy amount of poppiness in Papaya, but it doesn't hinder the song. I do like Josh mentioned, that it clashes. I kind of do like the clash because it's different, man. It's different, especially stuff that sort of leaks in over here. But the thing is this is a genre of metal that's huge over there. There's another band called Iron Baby that I recommend everybody check out.
That's a fucking good, awesome. That's the one with the
giant cyborg
the robot
guitarist.
guitarist.
Like, isn't
There's
that
also
rad?
Maids, something Maids, or oh, what the fuck was it? Something Maids. It's another Japanese metal band.
Yeah.
They're actually heavy.
Yeah.
Like they got some heavy songs. I can't remember.
And
the
that's
band
cool
name.
to me that this is a thing over there, you know. And right over here, it's borderline novelty.
That's Skindred.
Ooh.
The guy. Anyway, novelty. The guy that raps in Papaya sounds like the lead singer from Skindred.
See, I've never heard of that.
They had like one or two okay songs, but like I said, the rest of it is just really pop punk.
Skindred.
Skindred.
Like Kindred.
Like
but
Kindred,
skin.
but with skin, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like you really have to like pop punk. It's really Green Day-ish, but with a Jamaican
On
rock
the next
singer.
smoke break, turn some of that shit on.
Skindred?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I want to know what you're talking
I'll
about.
attempt to.
But Papaya's a fun fucking track because it does the poppiness, it does the heaviness, especially with the Papaya.
Yeah. Sounds like a
And then the rapper guy kicks in, and that's a cool
F-Hero
part to me.
from Thailand.
F-Hero?
F-Hero.
A Taiwanese. Is it Taiwanese? Is that the word to say?
Taiwan.
I know he's
Taiwanese.
Taiwan. Is
A
it
Thai rapper. He's just Thai.
Taiwanese? He's
Thai
from
rapper.
Thailand. He's from Thailand.
Is he a lady boy?
I have no clue what.
Thai.
He's like lady boy.
Bangkok, you know?
Oh,
Lady
baby
boy. What's the
My
lady?
little boy.
A
I can't
little,
wait
little
for the
fuck boy.
Can't wait for the new Lindemann. Can't wait for the new Lindemann. Now let me say something about the new Lindemann real quick. Is the first Lindemann was all English, and yes, it
good.
I loved it. Sounded like Rammstein, but just all English vocals. Well, the new Lindemann song sounds like Rammstein, but he's singing in German. So I'm like, okay, now it just sounds like Rammstein. It's the whole. I'm sure there's going to be some English songs, but I'm like, why did you choose to do a song in German when, to me, Lindemann was kind of. That's what really. It sounded like Rammstein, but
He rapped in this.
what pushed it aside from Rammstein was the fact that it was all English vocals. I mean, but I don't mind it. I don't mind because they throw English vocals in a lot of Rammstein stuff. It's like with pussy. You've got the pussy. I have a dicka.
Golden shower.
Right? Like I love that fucking. Give me golden shower. I love that.
Shit.
What a wonderful year this has been for us to finally get a brand new Rammstein and a new Lindemann album in the same year. Lindemann next month. This has been a great year for a lot of bands we've been following for decades.
A couple decades.
Really fun year. It's gonna be hard to make my fucking best
top
album
10.
list. Yeah, I
Top
want.
or what is it? 13 top. Or usually do 13.
I'm doing 10 now because I don't do the monster show anymore, so
Yeah.
I'm doing 10 with honorable mentions. But I would like to have the four of us together because Zach and I did one last year, top 10. I'd like to have the four of us together and do a big, massive video of
I
our
got some
top
looking up to
10s.
do because I gotta remember how CDs came out. this
But
year.
man, it's gonna be a hard list to make. But I have an idea of my top 5 so far. But
I can
man.
definitely tell you top 5. We've done videos for most of them.
Yeah,
Tool's not on it.
This is probably the most you've been.
Tool's not on the top 10. That's for sure.
in a year, in a couple of years, really, this is the most videos you've appeared in.
Yeah, actually the last 3 months I've been here almost. Like
Yeah.
for 4 videos I've been here.
Yeah.
'Cause we've done Slipknot, Tool, Korn, and this one.
Yeah.
And then me and you have been doing.
Yeah, we gotta
some
do
songs.
Korn. Anytime Korn comes out with something, well, you know, we're the worst Korn fans.
See in 3 years.
And see you in 3 years, 2 to 3 years,
2 to
I'd
3
say.
years,
2 to
yeah, because
3.
they come out pretty
2
regularly,
to 3.
actually.
Well, you know what we gotta do? We gotta review the Fieldy album, Fieldy's Dreams.
I've only heard like 2 songs from that.
Oh,
It's pretty awful.
oh. And then we gotta review the Jonathan Davis album.
It's pretty awful too.
I'm sure it is.
It's not awful. I mean, it's really.
But I'm sure I
From what
enjoy
I've
the
heard-
Fieldy album a lot more than I'll enjoy.
Well, I mean,
the,
I enjoy.
'cause I love the Fieldy album
Yeah.
just because of how bad it is. But
It's
Josh
like-
you gotta do Heads too. Remember?
we could fuck with
Head,
Head.
I'm
Brian Headwell. That
I'll
album's
be here
fucking
for
awesome.
that one for sure, because his
That's
both
really
his,
good.
his
This
2
sounds
albums,
closer to Korn than anybody
We
else.
should do like a Corn Buddies month, where it's like we don't talk about corn, but we'll
Corn
talk
and
about
friends.
corn
Korn
and
will be
friends.
talked about because of the fact that they're related to.
Yeah,
in
because
the
they're
band.
related, but we'll talk about their solo shit. That's
But
something
yeah, I
we should
mean,
do, like-
Chris Welch, he had 2 albums, solo albums. One was actually just him, and then another one was an actual band, Love and Death. And I could talk about both of them because I enjoyed the hell out of both albums.
Yeah.
And even though
I haven't heard none of it.
his first,
The only solo
thing
album
was a
from
very-
any of them I've heard all the way through, and the only one that I own is the Fieldy's Dreams.
I think you'll like his actual solo thing more than Love and Death. Love and Death has a big Korn feel to it, right? But it's also
And you're talking about Head, right?
Yeah, this is about Head, but it's Head doing vocals, right? So you don't get that Jonathan Davis feel. You get a little bit of Korn too because it's his guitar style.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's totally different from Korn as well. But his solo thing was more of his coming. You know, it had its religious moments, but it was more about his life. Like every song was more about him when he
Just
did
overcoming
drugs,
his stuff.
overcoming things, finding God. You know, things that where
Nothing
he
wrong with any
fighting
of that.
against-
I mean,
but
to
lyrically,
each his own.
lyrically is one way of seeing it, but vocally, I was in shock the first time I heard Head do his vocals because I was like, "Damn, that's him! Why hasn't he sung on a Korn album? Because it's fucking good."
Well, you know.
But anyway, off topic, back to
Yeah.
Babymetal.
Back to Babymetal. We were talking about Papaya. Papaya's a really fun track. Now, getting to this is my least favorite track on here is how do you pronounce this? Kaguru.
Where is it?
Kaguru.
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 Kaguru!
Kaguru. Are you
I
there,
like that song.
Kaguru?
I like that song.
Really though, it's the one that to me, man,
Anime.
is kind
It's
of
a very-
generic-y. Yeah, well,
It's a very anime
It's
song.
one
It's a
that is
cartoon
very
anime
anime.
song.
It is a very one that
You would hear
can
it in like a
on
love
your
kind of
anime.
Japanese anime song thing, and it's something like where you'd hear toward like at the end of the anime.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't hear it at the beginning. It's not a theme song, but it's at the end of the anime where
It's
they're
like that meme. It's like that meme where it says the beginning of an anime and it's like an explosion.
Yeah.
And it says the end of an anime and it's a guy looking very
There's a bunch of stupid little cartoon
methodically at
characters.
the sky.
Yeah, I mean, it's that
yeah.
kind of song.
It's a very ballady track. Crazy. I mean, let me just turn this on for a slight second so I remember what I'm talking about. I do like this. I like this riff.
Yep. Demonetized if you have.
But this right here.
It's the end. Something like that.
She's ready to get a twirl and an upskirt shot and show.
They don't do upskirt shots anymore.
I mean, it's,
They do. They still have plenty of those.
it's probably one of my least favorite tracks because, I mean, it just, and I don't know, it doesn't do much for me. It just doesn't do much for me.
I like it because
It sounds too Japanesey to him.
I watch a lot of anime. Because I do that, that's why I like the song.
Yeah.
Because it reminds me of all the cool animes that I watch now.
I mean, but crazy.
It's poppy. It's definitely poppy.
Crazy. I don't know. I'm not too into it. But I mean that. Out of all of this, like even though I say the first 3 tracks are standard, I do like them. I do like Metal Galaxy intro. I do like
Future metal.
the what's the dance? I do like that one. And even Elevator Girl is okay. But this one to me is
unskippable.
It's a very skippable track. But
you'll probably still listen to it.
but he likes it,
Yeah,
but
I like
he
it.
doesn't really get into Elevator Girl. But that's what makes us human, folks, is difference in opinion, and nobody should hate anyone or talk shit about others.
Don't diddle
Right.
kids.
Different opinions.
Right, you bunch of bitches crying about something.
Even if David is wrong.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, anyway.
I ain't wrong!
Nobody's wrong. No
Nobody's
opinion
wrong,
is
everyone has their opinion.
Unless you're the nostalgia critic talking about the wall, then you're fucking wrong.
Wrong. You know who you are.
When the nostalgia critic talks about the fucking wall, you're a fucking idiot. Anyway,
what's the next song?
um,
Hagaru, no more.
the next 3 tracks are another batch of favorite fucking songs. It is a trilogy.
Starlight.
You mentioned Starlight was sort of a
Starlight
tribute.
was a tribute to the
man- the one
guitarist that
passed
died.
away. And they mentioned that these next 3 tracks, Starlight, Shine, and Arcadia, are a trilogy. So you can say the 3
Well, they're
of
all
these
about the
are
Fox
about-
God, which is what Babymetal tended. Like the last album was a focus on the Fox God.
And that's the
and
thing.
a
A
lot
lot of
of
people
it-
don't understand that. They're a concept band.
Right, and
You know?
I wish that they would do a full album.
Maybe it's something with people
Where-
can't understand them.
The thing is, so they've, like every album though has been, this is my thing, is I wish they would actually do a themed album based off of just the Fox God. Because that's what a lot of their songs
Because even
focus
a
on.
comic book
The Japanese,
recently,
that Japanese,
their little
religious kind of-
symbol is the NWO
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
WCW.
the wolf pack. But I mean, but that's us. That's the Western American wolf pack wrestling.
Yeah, and,
But,
and
you know,
this is their Fox God. This is
The
their
Fox God, you know, and I like that story
Yeah,
that they would
It's
have to
interesting.
that theme.
I like a band that plays a character. It's like I call them theme bands. GWAR, ICP, any
Yeah.
kind of band that has a theme about them. Even though I don't get into who's that band Zach really liked.
Helps me a lot.
God
Day?
damn it, no.
Green Day, yeah.
Green Day would be the first one to go
Watch
to, but
this,
no,
Zach.
who
Green Day
are
sucks.
they? They did. Oh my
Are they their theme
God.
band?
Yes.
Are they punk?
The Apollo. Oh, God damn it, man.
Do they dress up?
No.
And their theme band?
Coheed and Cambria. Coheed and Cambria. Even though I'm not a big fan of them, they are a massive theme
They're
band.
not a theme band.
Yeah, they are.
Really?
Every album is about this massive world
I never paid
and
attention
characters.
Well,
and,
lyrically, they write a lot of love songs, so I never really.
well, you think there are a lot of love songs, but I mean,
There's so much talent in that band too, though.
there is, and it's a band that, like, when I listen to Coheed, I'm like, damn it, I should be loving
I don't like
this
his voice.
way more than I like. That's the thing, his voice annoys
Welcome
me.
Home's the only real song I like.
Then
that they've
his
done.
voice annoys me, but there's other bands that I love
Super talented
that
though,
sing
guitarist.
like
though.
that, but I'm like, why is he annoying me? But other bands I listen to that sound
It's,
like
it's
this
how
aren't.
it's what they play. It's
But
this
I
guy.
don't
He
know.
plays
I
the two
Stone
fucking.
Sour to Slipknot. Just saying singer.
I mean, I should love
They sound-
Coheed, you know,
they
given
sound
my
completely
background.
different.
I should love Coheed,
Yeah.
but it's so hard for me to get into.
Their newer stuff since the album with Welcome Home on it has got like I've actually gotten to like a little bit of it. Stuff before that album though, I'm like, this is all crap.
That dude has one massive, amazing head of hair, though.
He does. I saw them live back in.
He did that thing. He had his hair pulled back and talked about
Yeah.
how he cut his hair and people were flipping. He's like, "No, it's a joke." I'm like, "All right, dude."
I saw them live at the what's that punk rock
Vans.
bands? What the bands?
They were the Warped
what's
Tour?
The Warped Tour, yeah.
Oh, wow,
2004.
Wow.
I went to that with.
See, all right,
You remember Craig? You met Craig?
I do know Craig.
Craig
I do
was
know
like
Craig.
my punk rock.
The Muffin Man.
The Muffin
The
Man.
Muffin Man.
Broke
Yeah,
his
Fucking
foot
Craig.
kicking the ground.
So I used to hang out with Craig.
Had
Me and Craig
an
went to
orange
the-
lighter that he named Agent Orange.
We went to that, and I didn't even know who Coheed and Cambria was. I was like 18, so I didn't even know who that was, right? So I'm in the middle of this fucking crowd with I'm not a punk rock fan, so to me, I went to the punk rock concert with him because he was a huge punk rock fan. I was like, maybe I saw Vince Sevenfold there.
That's cool.
So it was cool. I saw some cool bands. Tiger Army. I kind of got into.
Tiger Army's pretty cool.
But yeah, so I saw them and I was in the middle. Didn't realize the minute they started playing, I got stuck in the mosh pit. So all that shit I collected at all the vendors and shit was everywhere. I lost it. I was like, and I got sunburned as fuck that day too. I mean,
See, you have been to some rad ass concerts.
I've been to a lot of concerts.
I have
in
been
my younger
to some
days.
really shitty concerts.
I saw
One of them, you
Rammstein.
and I went together. You saw Rammstein?
I saw
You
Rammstein 2011 in Tacoma, Washington.
Oh.
It was so good.
And that was like their first
thing was-
big tour in America
What
in
pissed me off
forever.
is that, there was another band that opened up for him and they sucked.
But see, my thing, dude, is I have some serious anxiety and with loud, just
You would
loud,
have
loudness.
You would have loved the Rammstein.
I'd have loved it, but that would have been like this the whole time. But,
we were up in the stands, so we weren't even close enough, but you can see
like,
everything.
I have been to some really shitty concerts in my life.
Shine Down.
The one, you and I
Yes,
went to
Grace.
one together, but that was
Or not the
free.
Grace,
You know,
it was
your
Three Doors
mom
Down.
bought those tickets. We saw Shine Down,
We saw a portion of Price.
Tantric,
Or Tantric, that's right.
and Three Doors Down. And
Who was it? Hinder? I think Hinder.
no, those were the only three
Oh,
bands.
yeah, I was Hinder.
And the highlight, there are two highlights of this show. Is I found a full pack of basic, full flavor cigarettes up on the roof.
Three highlights. That drum solo is pretty good.
Who's drum solo?
Three Doors Down. They had a drum solo.
The thing is, I hate Three Doors Down, but I do like the Superman song, Kryptonite. I do like that. I hate Three Doors Down, but damn it, they were pretty rockin' live.
And a drunk bitch. That was like,
The drunk bitch. Are you guys like those Jack Osbourne
Man,
kids?
she was drunk as fuck.
Right? I asked her for a cigarette, and she's like, you guys like those Jack Osbourne kids? Because that was back in our big, heavy trip
Was it a
pant
menthol pack
days.
too? It was a pack
No,
of-
it was a full flavor. It was basic full flavor.
Somebody left that shit on the
Might have been
window.
missing 2 fucking cigarettes out of the whole pack. I was so happy. We went up there. I just saw a pack up on the windowsill when we were there because that was the smoking area. It was on the roof. And I see it. I'm like, you know what? Let me open this up. I was like, oh my god, this is for me, motherfucker. And yeah, big highlight there.
We're like 17, 18 years old.
But this was before Shine Down even hit it big.
Yeah,
you
this
know,
is their first album.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? They're not too bad. And I seen them live.
It got worse.
And, oh, didn't it? And then Tantric is when you and I just stayed up on the roof for the
They
whole
were
set.
horrible.
Tantric was bad.
I like
Basically,
a couple songs that they have on the album.
When
They're an album
with,
band.
when they were with Days of the New was great. Days of the New was amazing, but that guy, you know, had to be fucking crazy. So they quit and then made Tantric, and Tantric was so generic. But yeah, David and I left. We went up on the roof to just smoke cigarettes and bullshit for their entire set, and then came back to see Three Doors Down. Fucking hate Three Doors Down.
I enjoyed it.
But the first album I enjoy okay. Because I like Kryptonite, and they were playing their songs, and we were having fun. And then they ended the whole night with Kryptonite. It was like, yeah, motherfucker.
They had a good drum solo though. I like the drum
They did. It was pretty rad. And then the other concert I went with an old buddy named Scott and his girlfriend. They took me for my birthday that year. We went and saw Element 80. Does anybody
I like
know?
Element 80. Hell yeah.
I dug that.
That's a fucking.
But who remembers that?
My wife would. She went to that concert.
And then we saw... and next was Il Nino.
I like them.
They went to see Il Nino, and when I saw Il Nino, I was like...
that's a new metal.
Right, I
That's
was
all
like...
new metal. I love that
I
band.
had never heard of them before. And I'm like, these motherfuckers are badass, man. I'm moshing.
Speaking Spanish and
Dude
that
kicks
shit.
me in the head, and I go down in the mosh, and I come back up. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker.
Element 80, they have
And
3 albums.
dude, like I'm looking around, I'm like, dude, El Nino is bad as fuck, right? So then before I tell you why I don't like El Nino, is Seven Dust were the headliners. Seven Dust comes on, and
I like
I
them
don't
too.
remember much about it. I remember it being okay.
Seven Dust is awesome.
So I liked El Nino so much seeing him in concert. I bought the album Confessions, which I believe I still have up here somewhere. Garbage! I was like, this is some shit. This is not what I saw. I am
Some
not
bands are
hearing
better
what I
live
saw.
than they
Right,
are.
there you go. That's why I said
It's complete
I
opposite
didn't
of some
mind the
bands.
Shine Down live, didn't mind the Three Doors Down live, but man, they put out some garbage. Same thing with El Nino.
I'm a fan of Soil Work.
But then we saw, there was this. This was a on-the-fly thing. Me, Zach, and Stas were at work at this grooming shop one day, and all of a sudden, Zach is flipping through the internet. Dude, Muse is playing a free show in Atlanta tonight. And we're like, oh fuck, we're going. So it was like we picked up some weed, smoked a shitload of joints on the way, and it was just this big open crowd. We fucking brought the camera, we filmed the whole thing. The Muse show was amazing, and then the power went out, and the dudes up there like, what the fuck's going on? We're like, yeah man, this is my shit. Best concert I've ever been to.
I've seen a lot. I've seen Slipknot live. I've seen Korn live.
Other than that, it's been local.
Yeah, I've seen, unfortunately, I wouldn't say unfortunately. I saw Five Finger Death Punch on their first album, and they were on a small stage at the Family Values tour.
Yeah.
And they
wow.
You know,
family. This motherfucker says Family Values.
2007. Family's Values tour. They had Korn, Evanescence was there, fucking Flyleaf, unfortunately. Hell yeah, when they first started their first album.
She is a Jesus freak.
She is.
The Flyleaf chick, she is a straight up
Five Finger Death Punch. And
Jesus freak.
There's bands that didn't that I got into that only made one album that was there. A band called Droid. And here's something that's related to Korn. Monkey had a production company and he produced the band Droid. Droid is heavy as fuck, but they only came out with that one album. I mean, they're heavy. I mean, they're just like...
I'll have to look that up.
They're a fucking heavy band. I mean, I liked them, though. And, I mean, it was such a good concert. There's some shitty bands, too. I mean, there were some really bad bands there, though. I mean, it was such a... I mean, it's Family Values tour. You're going to see good and bad.
Yeah, the thing about Family Values is, like, you weren't getting full sets from artists. You were getting about 4 songs.
And the unfortunate thing is that 2007... was when the
it's
shittiest fucking album ever.
Nowhere, no Family Values tour is ever going to be as good as '98.
Well, I'm saying unfortunately is the fact that it was the See You on the Other Side album that they were celebrating.
Who?
Korn.
Oh.
Yeah, it was that album. So they played a lot of songs. Evolution and all the other crap that they played.
Evolution is on. Don't do it grilled in the comments.
Yeah, I mean, it was, or the
Transistor.
Yeah, they played that, and it was, but they played their older stuff too, which is great.
But I would say the only Family Values tours that I ever paid attention to was 98 and 99. 99 was awesome because you had Primus on the tour, Crystal Method on the tour.
I mean,
but 98 was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, this is 2007.
Man, that's when you had like the real. That's when Ice Cube was on that tour, bro. Fucking 98 was awesome, but I quit paying attention after. I mean, they quit doing it for several years.
Yeah, and then they did
brought
it for
it back
1 or 2, and then they got rid of it again.
Yeah, they brought it back, but I mean,
and then, but like I said, the Warped Tour. I've seen Arch Enemy, Nemec, a whole shit load of.
Nemec is a band I haven't heard of in a long time.
Yeah, Nemec was fucking awesome, and the one band I did say I saw Soilwork. And I'm a big fan of their albums, but as a live band, they're horrible.
It's weird. Some bands I hate are better live for the most part, and then there's a band you could love.
I mean, the production, their albums are very heavy.
I don't know much about. I love Rob and White Zombie.
I saw Guar live.
But that was amazing. I love Rob and White Zombie, one of my all-time favorite bands. But I bought that Rob Zombie Astro Creep 2000 live, and it was garbage.
My wife seen ICP.
Huh?
My wife saw.
I bet they're fun live too, though, man.
She was drenched in fucking.
You know it.
Fago.
You know it. You're gonna be covered in Fago. But I bet ICP. I mean, I've seen them live on DVDs and on YouTube and stuff. I'm sure they throw on a fun time.
You go in, get some music, Fago, STD or 2.
Yeah, that's STD or 2.
That
is. Might wake up with a needle in your arm.
That is mandatory.
That
is mandatory. Get your mandatory STD.
Make sure your cousins ain't going.
Make sure your cousins ain't going. I mean, but you know what? Back to Babymetal.
After the 3-minute rant.
We were talking about Starlight, Shine, and Arcadia, the big trilogy on the album. Starlight is probably my least favorite out of the trilogy, but I love the song. That's the one with, there's that vocalization. Let me hear it real quick. Yeah. Na, 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 na,
it ends the same way. It starts.
Yeah. You get those little na-na-nas in there, and that's fine. And it's a cool little slow track. What do you think about Starlight?
I like Starlight. To me, you're right. It is the weakest of the 3, and it's forgettable. Because I think it's so soft. It's probably one of the softest songs on
It is
there.
the softer one because there are more things memorable about the other two.
Yeah.
That we're about to get into. This one, let me see.
But like, so this one is more of a dedication, and it's also like, so it's lyrically, I don't know what the lyrics in English.
Yeah,
are.
I mean, you know,
But
we
it's about
are.
the fox god, and the only reason is because I read about it. You know that I know about that, and the video is really cool to Starlight. Like, it has a really cool video.
So I don't really watch music videos anymore.
I have a lot of
for
time in my
new bands and new songs.
I have a lot of time in my hand.
I think the newest music video I just watched was Marilyn Manson's cover of God's Gonna Cut You Down. And so many people on the internet are freaking out thinking that this song is new, but no, he made it for the soundtrack of another movie like a year ago. The shit is old. It's not new. Keep going.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't remember too much about it other than the na-na-nas and the
Yeah, I mean,
video
it's a
is cool.
fine little track to begin this trilogy.
And yeah, so, and Shine was
Wow,
just a pretty
Shine.
song.
Shine is great. Shine has a little orchestra in there. When it starts off, no lie, I'm thinking of ma-na-na, ma-na-na, ma-na, ma-na-na. Yeah, yeah, I'm thinking of Kissed by a Rose at the beginning of this. Like forever. I'm really thinking of yeah.
Oh, that's right. You didn't go to public school. That's right. You wouldn't know that because you didn't have to go to school dances all the time.
My
You never
pain.
had to go to school dance.
I had to DJ when I was in a band.
I love that song.
They never played that song. See, my high school was fucking the jib. They didn't
You
play
were
that shit.
you were in Juggalo country, bro.
No, I wasn't.
You were Smith Station.
Right, Russell County's Juggalo Country. Not
I went to
Smith
Russell
Smith
County.
Station.
He was in Juggalo Country.
Dude,
Which
Russell
ironically-
County was goth country.
It kind of was. When I went to high school, there was
Smith
hardly any
Station
juggalos.
was like,
It
they
was-
played a lot of hip hop songs there.
Well, I'm sure they were, but they're all the
It's not like
Juggalos
that.
we know.
Went to Smith Station.
Smith
All the
fucking
goths
Station.
they know went to Russell
All
County.
the goths
Goth and
were at
metalheads.
Russell.
It's the other way
Me,
around for me though. I didn't know.
Grandma.
Well, see, I wasn't into ICP when I was in high school though. Other than what I
You
had
didn't
around
know? You knew the Juggalos we knew, but they all went to the same fucking
here.
school.
And we all wore the same
Me,
shit too. Big ass
Craig,
blacky pants, black, all
Randy,
black.
Jeremy, Kool-Aid,
Grandma.
well, Brittany was in Harris County.
Grandma.
Yeah, fuck.
Ain't Jeremy in jail now?
No, Jeremy's a wrestler now.
Somebody's
Kool-Aid
in jail.
actually. Jeremy's a fucking wrestler. And
Wrestler.
Kool-Aid works. It's like
I know
set
Kool-Aid,
design
yeah,
over at
Kool-Aid's
the
still
Springer
around,
Opera.
and I know like Tori's up in Atlanta, and she was.
Mouse just moved back into town this
Yeah.
week.
Did he? I
Yeah.
haven't talked to Mouse in forever.
We're gonna have to get Mouse up in here, man. I hadn't seen Mouse in ages.
I haven't seen him since high school.
Mouse was a fun little mother.
Yeah,
Mouse was one of them dudes.
Man,
We've
sounds like
mentioned
this
him before.
all the time.
All the
Every
time,
man. Like, look here, man. I never hung out with Mousy. I hung out with Brandon.
Man, dude, you know why?
That's how I met you. Was through his.
Yeah,
was
through
Brandon.
them. And like, all right, I love Brandon. Brandon's a fucking awesome guy. But Mouse was the kind of motherfucker that like
He knew everything.
he would stay the night at your house and not leave for a month.
That's right, because he hated his parents.
And that's how we bonded. It was like, dude, you're a cool motherfucker. Like, I had some ICP shit on the wall, and my buddy Kyle brought Mouse over. And he was like, dude, you guys are into the clowns? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, man. It was I was like, wow, you're the
I
first
think he's
juggalo
got
I've
a
ever
nursing
met.
degree now or something.
I have no idea. I know he DJs and shit, still
He
plays
DJs,
drums.
but he got himself like a medical assistant or a nursing degree or some shit recently. Like
That's awesome.
Because I'm friends with him on Facebook. I never talked to him about it.
But
We're
yeah,
cool. We were
he's
nice
in
looking.
town again this week, and we got to get him on here one day. We got to get him on here one day.
He'll be like, man.
He's a
I don't know
fun
if he sounds like that
motherfucker.
anymore. I haven't, like I said, I haven't seen. I haven't seen Mousy since before he was an adult.
Yeah, like for real, dude. The dude
I don't even know if
moved
he's got
away
taller.
ages ago. The dude moved away ages ago. So, all right, we're talking about Shine. Shine had that beautiful orchestra, way better.
Gorgeous song.
Yeah, gorgeous. Way better than the beginning Starlight. Way better than Starlight. Love the shit out of that one. And then we get into the final track of the American release, which we're about to get to in that in a minute. Arcadia is your obligatory Dragon Force style baby metal
If you
song.
like Dragon Force.
If you like Dragon Force,
If you like, you gotta like Dragon Force to like the song, though.
Yeah, that's
and
the
that's the thing. Like
And
for
it-
me, I think that honestly, if They need the singers on Dragon Force and make Dragon Force better. Because I just don't like Dragon Force anymore. I haven't been a fan in years. That's because everything sounds to me like I actually commented on somebody's thing. They talked about how Dragon Force had a new album, and I was like, they're the Five Finger Death Punch power metal. I mean, they have.
You said that on my shit when I posted the albums.
Oh, wasn't that? Well, I mean,
and I can see that because it's the same shit
it's
over and over again.
and boring. It's just like, how much can you have the same guitar solos? It's not really. Obviously, they're different notes, but they're so fast.
The same structure,
the
songs always kind of have the same meanings.
And I don't know.
The thing is there are certain bands that, and I'm not defending Five Finger Death because they're garbage, but I'm defending the fact that some bands will always sound the same. Because I will complain about that with certain bands,
Yeah.
alright? I like AC/DC, but god damn it, give me something different.
Yeah, all their albums sound exactly like the last album.
But there are bands that I will always say, all I want is that same shit. Dropkick Murphy is a band that can make the same album over and over again, and I'm like all for it. They do something a little different. Ailstorm, all those fucking Ailstorm albums are the same.
Ailstorm is like,
but they're fun. They're
Ailstorm's like listening to Steel Panther, though.
They're self-aware. They're in on the joke. They're
like War.
They're like Gwar. Gwar
Steel
gives
Panther?
us.
Steel Panther.
Yeah, Steel Panther.
That man's hilarious, though.
I mean, the thing is like some bands, I'm like, you know what? All I want is the same shit, and I'm totally fine with it.
The Darkness.
I mean, the darkness can get pretty fucking amazing, though.
I like the Darkness. I don't care what people say. Like,
they moved above. I believe in a thing called love. They moved far away from that.
I like that song.
But they could have kept doing that, and I would have been fine.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the album. Was fun. That album.
Like even bands like take KMFDM for instance, right? There have been several different sounds and eras with them, but they make the joke. It's always the same old shit.
Right.
And in a way, especially you know,
when you first start out making shit, and then you continue making shit, it's still shit.
Well, I mean,
like Five Finger Death Punch.
Well, there you go.
So
with Dragon Force, I understand why you wouldn't like the fact that it does sound the same, but I also understand why people would like the fact that it sounds the same. Because there are bands that I will bitch that it sounds the same, and there are bands that I'm like, oh, I love the fact that it sounds the same.
To me, there's a difference between sounding the same, like an album
and just
sounds
having
like
no
the last
evolution.
Album. And exactly, and that's the thing with Dragon Force. To me, it's like, well,
you don't hear no evolution.
I don't hear no evolution because how you can't slow down. That's how they can evolve. Because all right, so you look at it. All right, just to get off topic of this because it kind of relates to the Arcadia. Is the fact is with Dragon Force though.
Arcadia sounds like Dragon Force,
right?
With a Japanese lady. Without Herman Lee, you could swear this was Herman Lee playing.
Yeah, but see, like, so you had. I know it's two different singers, and we're not on the singer. I'm talking about the sound of the band itself, right? The first couple albums, like 2 or 3 albums of Dragon Force, you had this medieval power metal fast thing, and then they had a few slow songs like Starfire.
Yeah, Starfire's amazing.
Such an amazing song, and you know that's like, I mean they did stuff like that back on like Valley of the Damned and Firestorm and into Human Rampage or whatever. But then after Human Rampage, it just became like in the same like
everything tried to be Through the Fire and Flames,
right? And everything was that
song because
and
of
you know why it all sounds like that? Because the one time that Roadrunner Records ruins a band is that for me at least Roadrunner ruined
Cradle of Filth for me for a minute.
I mean, to me because they Americanized too fast. I think what's happened is Dragon Force blew up in America because of Into the Flames. Or whatever the fuck.
Guitar Hero hit it.
Guitar Hero and everything. That stupid and then every song.
All of a sudden,
11-year-old super fast and like super fast guitar, super fast bass, and you don't have time to really wrap your brain around. Like I said, in Valley of the Damned, you had time
to absorb what was happening.
But in the rest of the albums though, from Dragon Force though now, and like Ultra Power, and then the names are horrible.
Well, the thing
Extreme Power Metal is their new album. They've given up.
Well, the thing is with Dragon Force is a lot of the songs use the same chord structure.
Right.
And they're all based around canon. That
And it's so boring. It's not like the band's bad. They're stupid talented.
Yeah, stupid talented.
Stupid
Herman
talented.
Lee is fucking amazing.
One of the great, he will go down as not the, but one of the
greatest guitarists ever. I mean,
out
fucking
there.
fuck.
But
To the point where people like to discredit him by saying, "Oh, you guys speed up the production."
Watch him play. It's
Watch
fucking
the man
nuts.
play.
I mean,
It's
he's
incredible.
just flying.
And the dude fucks up just like everybody. You can see him fuck up live too. Who cares?
But you don't know because he's already moved on to the next note.
Right, exactly.
So that's my problem with Dragon Force nowadays, though, is that everything, when I say everything sounds the same, it literally does sound like the last song because it's the same structure.
Like I said, I've only ever heard their first 3 albums. And then I checked out some of the brand new one because I wanted to hear their version of My Heart Will Go On, and really good cover. But yeah, you're right. It sounds like Dragon Force.
Yeah, and it's,
but the new singer is a little different.
He's bland.
He is not as good as
he can't
ZP.
hit certain notes that.
Yeah, ZP is one of those crisp, high motherfuckers.
He got up there.
Falsetto like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
And this guy can hit some falsetto notes, but I don't know. He doesn't do it as good for me as the ZP.
I think what happened was that when I heard Valley of the Damned, right, I also heard Blind Guardian.
Yes.
And Valley of the Damned is the closest to Blind Guardian,
And to me, I like Blind Guardian
so much better.
more.
Because
way
they
more.
break it, they go slow,
They'll
go fast,
do all
they go
kinds of
fucking
shit.
heavy.
They'll throw orchestras in there. Like that to me is folk and power metal.
Yeah.
Like
German
top
power
shelf,
metal, that's
man.
what that is. Like, they're German, so
top
this
fucking
shit,
shelf.
I mean, it's just crazy.
But they've been around for ages, dude. They've been around since the 80s.
I know, and like all their fucking.
They were when like that style fucking first became a thing.
It's
but
so good.
Talking about Arcadia is a fun fucking track. And I like the Dragon style, the Dragon Force style.
Somebody pulled off a Herman Lee without being Herman Lee.
Yeah, somebody pulled off a Herman Lee. You could swear, you're like, dude, is this Herman Lee, man?
He's not on there, but it sounds like
ain't no way pulling off Herman Lee.
Herman.
You just had to go there, didn't you? We had a perfect conversation about it.
I gotta say something.
He does gotta say something.
You gotta say something.
Who's that guy playing guitar?
I mean,
Nobody know. He just shows up in every
like,
video.
I mean, but motherfucking, like, it's a cool song because it's like it ends the album on a really cool high note. Like, it ends the album like, yeah, here's a really rocking track, real fast,
For the American.
real fucking fine, real fun. And so that's the end of the American release of the album. But there are 2 tracks that are on the Japanese release.
Yeah, in Japanese, so I can't tell you what they're called.
One is like Baba.
Bye-bye, something.
I can look it up real quick.
Those songs are fucking. They should have been on the American
I
version.
wish they were on here. Let me get to my
love those
little rant
songs.
about this.
Look here.
What?
Nirvana knockoff.
It annoys me. I don't mind a deluxe edition with extra tracks.
But there is no deluxe disc for us.
There's like Sun edition and Moon edition, and then straight up Japanese edition. But they all come with an extra disc. But the 2 different tracks are. Oh my God, where are they?
Tag you. Just look at the text.
You get. We're finding it, people.
We'll get to it.
We're getting there. We are getting there. Oh my God.
2 hours later.
Alright, BXMXC is one of them, and that one is very
Proggy. Right?
no, I think that's the trap one. I think that's the one that really gets
where they
real
rap in it.
trappy.
That shit's so good though.
It is so fun. It's so goofy. It's so fun. And then the other one is like Baba. Let me find this thing. God damn it. Anyway, the other song that's not BMX or whatever the fuck it is, has a lot of video game shit in there. A lot of chiptune stuff, video game sound effects, and gets a tad bit proggy, but it's a real fun song. Probably my favorite out of the 2 bonusy tracks. But what annoys me is I don't mind a deluxe edition. Spend an extra $1 or $2 to get some extra tracks and some better packaging or some crazy packaging. But what annoys me the most is foreign albums that have extra songs just because it's the foreign version. Now, if it's a couple extra tracks that are live, whatever. I'm not the biggest fan of live albums depending on the artist. But take for instance, They Might Be Giants, whose album Meek Car, alright? The American version has more tracks, but the European version, though it has less tracks, there are 2 tracks it has that aren't on the American version. One, which is the artist Mike Doty from Soul Coughing. He is on both versions, but on a different track. And both tracks are great. But the European version is the only version with the Malcolm in the Middle theme song. The yes, no, maybe, I don't know. Can you repeat the question? You're not the boss of me now, you're not the boss of me now, but you're not so big. The English version is the only version with that, so it annoys me. So I actually this year bought both versions because I'm like, why not? I need the Malcolm in the Middle theme. Malcolm in the Middle, if you want to see my family on TV.
I've seen some episodes of it.
If you want to see my family that I grew up with, my mom, my dad, my whole family. If you want to see my family on TV, you need to watch.
I know your family.
You need to watch.
We hung out.
You need to watch. Malcolm in the Middle, Roseanne, and Bates Motel.
Nobody died though. Saying nobody was murdered.
What annoys me is the fact that they do that kind of shit. And I'm like, just give us all the same tracks. And I understand media is way more expensive in places like Japan. So they're throwing them all these extra songs as an incentive. I get it. But people like me, I'm like, man, I want more from the artist. But there are some people who are like, why do I want these bonus tracks?
Those bonus tracks, I think, would be worth it.
They were cool. They were
songs.
cool. But to me, the album is good enough
It's
without
solid.
them. It is solid as hell without them. But those 2 extra tracks are cool. But I guess that is the whole album.
I always rate the albums.
I need to rate the albums.
You go
Josh.
first.
I'm gonna let Josh go first.
Josh never heard the album.
He heard snippets. Josh heard snippets.
What do you rate the snippets?
Hoi!
Hoi. That is
One
Josh.
I don't know. It's 5. It's average, middle. I don't know.
I get it.
I have actually no. It's good. I like it. I just don't like their voices. It just.
I give it a V.
Yeah, I get that.
If their voices, it throws me off. I think metal, and I hear some screaming, some growl or something, and it's just poppy, happy, cheery little girl, Asian girls. Like, oh God, you feel dirty.
Yeah, I don't get that.
You feel a little
I
dirty.
can feel that. I totally understand that.
You are a dirty
No,
old man.
it's good. I wouldn't give a rating.
This computer has a lot of games on it.
It'd be dishonest to give
It would be dishonest.
to give a rating if I actually haven't really listened to it.
But I get what
I
Josh
give it
is
set to
saying.
5 for only hearing 20 seconds of each song.
No, 20 seconds. For the metal part, it sounds like a 9. The metal
Okay,
part.
there you go.
But then when it gets to the singing,
And I'm like,
that's when Josh
Falls off it.
turns out, I'm not here. I need
more new metal. More new metal.
He don't need. Josh don't need that.
Josh needs somebody to cut themselves in the sound. Just a little bit of slice and I'll feel better.
So I totally get you. I totally get your rating. I'm not gonna fight you.
I
We're
have
not
a
gonna
different
argue.
standard of how to rate this album because it's all over the place for me.
It's all over the place.
I mean, alright, so, because there's so many things you could base this as a full album of an actual, like a full band album. It's a good, I'd give it around an 8 out of 10. for a full album. But because of the fact that it's all over the place, it's not connected to anything, and it's just, there. I would say it's lower than that as a 7. But, see, then you kind of get in the part of it that it's a gimmick band. Well, it's not a gimmick anymore.
They are far from that gimmick.
Far from gimmick.
You can only call the first album
wrong
the gimmick.
wrong word to say. So I would say it's a fun album.
Yeah.
And because it's a fun album, it's probably the most fun, the funnest album of the year that I've heard. I would give it the funnest that I've heard out of it, and I'd give
It's
it a
more
10.
funner.
It's funner. It's funner.
110%
I'd
more
give
fun
it-
guaranteed.
If you want an album to listen to and smile, it's a 10 out of 10. Because it's just a fun album to listen to. You listen to the whole thing through. You won't get bored because every song on that album is a different song. It's
Like
not
you
the
and
next.
there's only one track we don't get into.
Right, and and other than that though, I could even if I did listen, I'd still listen to it.
Yeah,
just don't
to
care
me it's a
for it.
skippable track, but I'm not skipping it because it doesn't bother me all
Right,
that much.
and so as a cohesive album, it's not cohesive at all. Like if you want cohesive, listen to Tool. So,
Yeah, it's a different kind of cohesive.
Yeah,
like if you accept the fact that each song is going to be a different genre, it's cohesive in that
it is
sense.
a worldly album.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I like about Babymetal though. They've never stuck to one sound.
It's not going to
They have rap in their songs. They have death metal. Well,
that is a major highlight of the
They
whole
are
band.
everywhere. They're not just one thing. The only thing that makes Babymetal is 2 female vocalists. That's really the only thing. Everything else, though, in the band is just kind of everywhere. You can't say much else. 2 female vocalists make Babymetal. If you kick them out and put a male in there, they won't be Babymetal anymore. They just be Japanese
And
metal.
even though they
Or
have
anime.
males in there doing the screaming parts, like the In the Name of track,
And that's just the bass player, I think.
like
There's a lot of it.
they're part of the band. They're just doing
It's Ghost.
a certain
It's
part.
Ghost, yeah.
It's Ghost.
It's Ghost.
The band's just the people that play music.
Yeah,
Right.
They don't make the band at all.
Well,
Comedy
that's not
band,
true, though.
they
That's not
call
true
them,
because the
like-
bassist has been on all 3 albums. He's
Well,
he's the
but
bald
the
dude.
idea is
yeah,
the reason they wear
yeah.
masks is they're not supposed to be that important. It's not about them.
You know
Yeah.
all their names, but they're the Kawi band, just like with Ghost and the Nameless Ghouls.
Kawaii.
Kauai?
Kawaii.
Kauai.
Like
Kawaii.
Hawaii.
Kauai.
It's pronounced Kawaii.
Kauai.
Kawaii.
But yeah, they're the Kauai band. I totally get that. So what is your main rating overall? Because I have an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, see, I have everything.
I have an 8
I
out
would,
of 10.
I would
get
give it. I would say an 8.
2 Sailor
I would
Moons
stick
and
it at an
Pikachu.
8.
Stick it at an 8.
I would stick it at an 8 because of the fact that
As a full experience.
full experience, it's an 8 out of 10 because it's so fun to listen to it. But if you listen to it so much, sooner or later you just want to move on and go into something else. You can't. Babymetal's one of those things. You can only listen to the first album 4 or 5 times before you're like, all right, I've heard it. Moving on.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not one of those bands like to me. I haven't gone back to the first album other than I'm and I've heard "Give Me Chocolate" a few times because it's and then I can't remember the first song that was on that album, but it was such a good song. And then like the second album, Karate, I can always go back to.
Tales of Destiny. Metal Resistance.
Yeah, that's such a fucking good album, but I haven't heard a lot of the songs after that more than twice. Because I just don't have that urge to go back to. And this is going to be the same thing, I think. Well, this one won't. I'll probably go back to because it's all over the place. And that's one thing, I can give it a higher, I could probably say a 9 then. Because I can actually go back to this album because, sometimes I'll be in the
the
mood.
second one was
I don't
all
want to
over the
listen to
place,
L
but
Storm.
not as
I'll listen,
all over
yeah,
the
see,
place.
I'm not a huge L Storm fan because they're repetitive. Like, I don't like that gimmick anyway. I don't care for the pirate thing.
Really, that fits so well.
It does, but, it's...
And they're so self-aware. They know how goofy
They
it
can-
is. They're
they can do
so
that.
fucking fun.
But...
Fuck you. You're a fucking white guy. We're going to punch you right in the balls.
Right, but see, once you've heard the first album and then the second album, and you go back to the first album, it sounds like the second album, it sounds like
Third album sound.
and you just kind of like,
that's
all right.
the thing, dude.
But see, if I want to hear an
Mexico,
L Storm
though.
song, if I want to hear
Hey,
that,
hey, Mexico, down to the land
But
where the
see,
sun don't grow.
but now you think about it, if I want to hear an L Storm style song, then I'll just listen to Babymetal.
Wow, if I want to hear an L-Storm song, I'm going to listen to L-Storm.
Yeah, there you go. So, you like those. I'm just saying,
This man.
I can go back to.
Dissing my L-Storm.
I can say though, I can go back to this album, Galaxy Metal,
Yeah.
because of its genre, this open genre
Yeah.
of music.
Yeah,
But I
it
can't
is.
really go back too much on a few songs, maybe on the last 2 albums.
I totally understand.
So
totally
I would
understand.
I would say a 9 because I can go back to it.
2 Sailor Moons and a Pikachu.
Exactly. That's how I feel about it.
2 Sailor Moons and a Pikachu, people. You heard it here.
Solitaire.
Alright, me, I'm about the same. I revisited the first album probably for the first time since 2015.
Exactly.
And I was like, I like this, but I get the gimmick. And I meant to revisit the second one because I remember enjoying it so much, but I never got a chance to. So I'm going blindly off of that. This one, I loved it just like I loved the second one because of the variety. The highlight of this band is the fact that they don't stick to one sound, and it keeps it fresh. Because like there are bands that I'll listen to, take Cradle of Filth for instance, is like, they're gonna sound the same. It's gonna sound like Cradle of Filth, which is fine, which is cool, which is awesome. That's what I want from Cradle of Filth. Babymetal is one of those bands who will do a different genre and it will still essentially be Babymetal. That has become the Babymetal sound. It's like, boom, we're gonna do a folk metal song. Boom, we're gonna do a Latin metal song. Boom, we're gonna do a J-pop metal song. Which I love because it showcases a lot of different talent, because a lot of artists never move out of their comfort zone. They never move out of the tried and true that they do. Take for instance the pirate metal guys, Elstorm. Love Elstorm because all I need is some songs about rum and sailing ships and some awesome fucking folk metal, and I'm happy. But I understand why people will get bored with that, because yeah, they're 4, 5, 6 albums deep and they're all the fucking same. But I love them. But Babymetal is one of those bands where it's like, man, every song is gonna be different, and that is their album theme. Is like, boom, you're gonna get some J-pop, boom, you're gonna get this. And so far with each album is, you're not getting the same style over and over again. This album didn't have an epic prog jam like Tales of the Destinies, which, not gonna lie, I would have loved another epic Tales from the Destinies kind of track, but I'm kind of glad that it didn't have one, because it gave room for the India-inspired track, it gave room for the tribal-inspired track, and the Latin track.
I'm already ready for a 4th album. I'm just saying.
But like you said,
I want to hear more.
Like,
is what it is.
This is album I went back to a lot. Last weekend when it came out, I played it out. I killed this album. I probably listened to it maybe 4 times on the day it came out, Friday, because I got that rip on Amazon while I was waiting on the CD to come in the mail. I probably listened to it like 4 days or 4 times on the same day, and then more on Saturday, and then more on Sunday. And I took a couple days of a break, and then I played it again today as a refresher for this video. I'm like, wow, this album is, a week later, it's still fucking good. It's still fucking fun. I totally get that. This is a band that, you know, it started off as a cheap gimmick. Here's these little kids and they're doing metal.
I don't care, gimmick or not, you wanted to see them live. They have
And that's the thing, I love
concerts.
gimmicks in music. We've talked about this before. I love gimmicks, theme bands, mask bands, monster bands. I don't give a shit. You know, if your music is cool, I don't give a fuck. You're cool as shit. So this is a band that started off with, oh, these are little kids from Japan playing the metal, and oh, isn't it fun
K-pop group, I think. They were a J-pop group before this. But
they mix it with fucking J-pop. Isn't that crazy, these whippersnappers? But they moved far beyond that with album number 2, when any other artist like this would have just repeated the same thing over. So already by album 3, we're getting more different shit, and I can't wait to hear what the next one sounds like. What other possible genres are they gonna throw in there? You know, next time.
What are they gonna do next?
You know, you're obviously.
Like I really would want a full album though, based off of the Fox God, like just
based off of the
Fox God story. Like, give me these epic storylines behind it. Like, that's what I want. For an album by Babymetal is to focus on the Fox God, not jump around the worldly like
talking about a lady who is in love with an elevator.
Right, nothing like that. Like I no like crazy out of the world gimmicks or anything, but I just want
like a
every
Fox
song.
God isn't crazy out of the world.
Well, it's a Japanese cultural kind of thing though, and that's what I would like. I want a more
But in this world, you can't be in love with an elevator.
right. I would like that culture to be like the Japanese culture to be more full on an album than they've been, because every album's kind of been all over the place anyway. But they've had a couple songs focused towards having that Japanese sound and that feel that you get from that culture. But they've never really focused on it. That's what I would want.
Yeah, now,
from
okay,
the
I
next
totally
album.
get that, because you don't get, other than
drums.
what is the J-pop, you don't really get the full-on Asian style music in here.
I would love to hear that.
Which, take for instance, probably my favorite Asian album of this year, The Hue. That album is amazing. Fantastic album. One that we've got to review. We've got to review it.
I haven't listened to it yet.
It is amazing, dude. It is so good. The throat singing, like, it's not even like hard metal. It's still more just Asian with rock, and really great album. Really highly recommended. People, check out The Hue. It's THEHU. Awesome. I'm sure you probably already heard it.
Yeah, they all look like Travis.
I mean, kinda, yeah. I mean,
With more
just
hair.
a little more Asian, just a little more hair. I mean, I've got that villain from Mulan thing going on.
You actually look like the villain from Mulan.
No, he looks like the fucking house.
he had the
woman,
big
like
bald.
The one's like, you have disrespected everything.
You gotta remember,
You have disrespected your
he
wife.
had the big bald spot.
Your mother.
He doesn't have enough of a Fu Manchu, but he does the bald spot.
He's
in
the
that
one
forehead,
where the
just like
woman
him.
does this and
He's
has
just
a
too
black
white for
beard.
it.
Like, you have disrespected your house. You have disrespected your family. Like, that's who I've been.
You have disrespected the family.
Thumbery. You gotta remember,
The family.
Races.
You gotta pronounce it
The
L.
family.
Thumbery.
You have disrespected the family.
So disrespectful.
Yeah.
So what
What's up, cool?
rank? What do you rank?
I rank it an 8. I give it an 8. I
Gives
give
it
it
a Luffy
solid
Naruto.
8. I give it a Naruto and a couple Hamtaros too.
One piece. A one
A
piece.
definite one piece. A definite one piece. Definitely throw a One Piece in there. Maybe a Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z.
Travis, drop an anime name.
Maybe not a
7 Dragon Balls.
maybe
drop.
not a Dragon Ball GT,
Say
but
Shenron.
definitely say Shenron, but definitely a
Shenron.
Dragon Ball Super.
Shenron was the
Now,
dragon.
you need to check out more of Ninja Isu.
Ninja Desu.
Ninja Isu. That's that fucking band that sounds like
My
old
shitty
school
chicken.
rock with Japanese
Your
singing.
shitty chicken. My shitty sushi.
Now I listen.
My
I
shitty
sent you that
sushi.
video. It's those 3 guys that are just like.
You
older
want the
dudes.
shitty beef?
Amazing. You can have the amazing shitty chicken.
The amazing
this is
shitty chicken.
Ninja
Yeah,
Isu.
no one with the goo. See, I'm a goo man.
Ooh, bad.
I'm a goo
I'll
man.
let you check them out though. Yeah, they're pretty badass.
Yeah, I give it a solid 8. It's a great album. It's fun, but the thing is, normally I give 10s to albums that I will continuously go to and I can listen to all the way through without wanting to skip a track. This one unfortunately has the Garuga that I don't get into all that much. It's a fairly generic song. It doesn't really do much different than other things. There are better ballads on the album.
It doesn't
Take, for
heat his
instance,
sake.
Oh man, Brand New Day is
I
fucking such a
mean,
sick.
fucking awesome. So definitely a solid 8. Dun, dun, dun. Dun. But yeah, definitely a
Before
solid
we
8.
get too much into it.
I like it. It was definitely again, it was a surprise because it's like with Babymetal, you don't know at this point what do you expect? Because twice they have.
Blown out your mind.
What are we
What the
gonna
fuck?
get? The first one you knew sort of what you were gonna get with a few surprises in there. You didn't know there was gonna be a new metal track. You didn't know there was
Rap
gonna
track.
be, yeah. You didn't know there was gonna be some rap. You didn't know there would be some reggae. You know, they were marketed as, oh, we're gonna take J-pop and metal, and here it is, and they're little kids. So you had no idea, and they're still doing that. It's like so now it's like the
And they're
next one.
supported too.
Yeah, who knows what the next one is going to sound like? You know that stamp is going to be in there, that Babymetal stamp. But what
Come
is
on,
it
the
gonna
day,
do?
mama.
Yeah.
Come on back, come on back.
Yeah.
All right, man.
But I highly recommend this album.
2 rates and a.
2 Hamtaros and a Sailor Moon and a Pikachu.
I give it 2 big old Cowboy Bebops.
I give it 2 big O's and
a Trigun.
yeah, a Trigun,
I would give it an LA Blue Girl.
an LA
It's a little
Blue
bit rough on
Girl.
the tentacles there.
I give it.
Don't give it an LA Blue Girl. It's
I
not
give
that.
it 4 Galaxy Express
You don't know what LA Blue
39s.
Girl is.
Him?
No.
I give it.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
I give it 7 Fooly Coolies.
12 tentacles and a cup.
Oh yeah, 12 tentacles in a cup. Talk about some hentai.
All right. I think that's we should call it before we get too far. Too people stop watching. I'm done.
Oh,
Hit that
yeah.
like button.
But I mean, yeah, highly recommend it. Definitely worth checking out. If you're afraid of the gimmick, don't be afraid of the gimmick. They are more than the gimmick today. But if you're, not the machine head vocalist, don't tell me about the lyrical genius of Babymetal. Well, but so this is my last.
Come on, bro. Bring it, bro. Come at me.
So.
Like,
Check
subscribe,
out.
Patreon.
Where can we find you on the internet, David?
I have a small gaming channel called Chaos and Fallout, and you can check out my own music. Order in Chaos 1 at ReverbNation.com.
You need to get on SoundCloud.
I don't know. Maybe.
More people fuck with SoundCloud today than I quit fucking with the Reverb Nation years ago. Yeah.
Just have to repost everything. I'm lazy.
Right.
Repost everything.
Check him out. He's got his own little gaming channel. Some fun little shit. I can't wait for some Arnie plays.
Yeah, no.
Telling you.
Yeah, I just got that shit set up too. So coming in about a month or so.
You get a PC, we all need to do some PC gaming and recording.
I got
That's a big thing. I know, dude. Me too.
So coming soon to a computer screen near you is Ani Schwarzenegger.
What game are you playing?
Ani Schwarzenegger. Go check him out. I have no videos posted, but don't worry. Benny will be there. He will destroy you all. Why?
This man did some Let's Plays with an Arnold Schwarzenegger voice.
Yeah, you can go actually check out some of them
And
on my channel. now.
It was hilarious. I remember some of the comments. Some of the comments were so funny. This is annoying. This is stupid. But I'm like, no, it's fucking genius.
I mean, it's over the top Arnie.
people like
Schwarzenegger
the
impersonation.
People like the Terrorizer will
It's
like
over
you too.
the top. It's not exact. It's not gonna be, the perfect, but it's funny shit. If you like it, check it out. Arnie Schwarzenegger with an IE. And don't worry, it's there. You can subscribe if you want. I don't have any videos up yet.
What are you gonna play? We should play some Conan.
Play
I'll buy
everything.
Conan.
That's what I was just
Conan,
telling. I was
we
playing
should
the
play
Conan
I'll
game
buy
as
Conan.
Arnie, being
Conan
like, this is
Exile
my
on PC.
game.
I got that shit.
I
Don't
want to
worry.
get that.
Big giant slongs will come near you. I'm
No,
just
you
gonna
can't
show
put that on
everyone.
YouTube. That's instantly get
Yeah.
monetized.
I don't monetize it, so
You
anyway.
get us into the nudity.
Skyrim is going to be played because they have a mod of Conan the Barbarian. So he's going to be, what are you doing? I'm Dragonborn! Fusrata! That's what it is! What are you doing, little dragon? You're going down! Check out Arnie Schwarzenegger, not Schwarzenegger. Don't get me confused with that pansy. But yeah, check that shit out, man.
He does, and then he does these Fallout builds where he does these settlement builds that are like, this man, all right.
Yeah, if you like Fallout 4 or
Like
something.
you're gonna Fallout 4 and the settlement builds. This
Oh,
man builds some
chaos!
wild shit, wild shit.
Some fun stuff.
So you can check us out here,
Just
obviously.
Minecrafting too.
Yeah. Check us out
Where's my eyes?
on where else are we? Check us out on SoundCloud. Listen to our music. Zach and I, we're working on a brand new Sticky Middle Finger album. Check out some of the new songs on the SoundCloud under Bloody Chuckle Studios. Check us out on Horophilia.com with a lot of other great podcasts like Cut to the Chase with my man Dan Chase. And the Married with Children podcast with Alex Edwards and Oh my god, just such a great fucking website for horror podcasts. We're the only music podcast on there, y'all. We're lucky. Also, check us out on our Patreon if you want to throw us some cash and request some albums and have your name in the credits. Check us out, Bloody Chuckle Studios on Patreon. Shit, follow us on Instagram, Bloody Chuckle Studios, if you want to see me posting pictures of the garbage I buy.
It's not garbage.
No, it's not garbage, but
All
it's garbage.
It's like,
Just here's a CD I bought. Here's a CD if you're into that. But you know, check us all out. Josh, if you don't you play games online? What do you?
you that gamer thing?
You can see Josh on our channel. And next door to
Well, we
us,
need to
pretty
start
soon.
doing
He's that
Let's
guy playing
plays.
guitar in every video. And
Since
not
I live
saying
down the
anything.
street, we can start recording Let's Plays on my computer. And we can do Cyberpunk 2077. I know you want to see
Oh, I
that.
can't wait to play a game.
That game's
I
okay.
just now started playing Call of Cthulhu, the new Call of Cthulhu. I just bought that finally. I'm not the biggest gamer
I'm about
in
to
the
start
world
Outer
anymore.
Worlds.
Travis will be able to access VR once I move in. So we can start doing some
Once he
fucking
moves
scary VR
closer.
games and record Travis doing that shit.
That'll be
That
funny.
shit's gonna be funny as fuck too.
Yeah, that'll be fucking funny.
And he's gonna be
I will
drunk
be
probably,
stupid.
so.
I will be stupid.
Oh god! It's coming at me!
We did some VR Jurassic World thing at Dave and Buster's last year. I had to pull a fucking helmet off too many times and be like, oh man, I can't. I'm shooting the gun. I'm like, I can't fucking fuck with this, man. I can't handle this. Wild. But yeah,
Get on it.
check out our shit. Check out our shit. We're working on a brand new album. Check out all that stuff. Zach and I, Sticky Middle Finger. Got a couple albums I'm working on. In the meantime, new Sticky Middle Finger album, new Monster and the Family album, and a electronica album called Transphobia. Get in on it, y'all. But I need a cigarette.
Give us money.
Yeah, give us money.
You get more money, Travis drinks some more. Travis drinks some more, gets drunk.
Y'all
You get
like
funny
it?
More
Blue.
content.
More
Laugh at.
content. It's all about content.
It's all about me saying dumb, retarded shit.
Slightly racist, sexist, stupid,
Who knows?
all in good
I
fun.
might even take my clothes off and shake all this sexy.
You might
bits.
see why we call
You'll
them all
never see that
dose.
video. He still has control of posting.
I do.
You never know. Well, maybe we'll get him drunk during
Well,
editing.
A
Joey
We should
did
stream it.
bounce his balls in my face that one
You
day.
need to stream one
I
day.
put a pumpkin in front of him.
We should do. That's what we should do. We should get together and do a fucking like 4 or 5 hour like
Yes.
fucking.
Because the
stream.
people need to know why his nickname is Dose.
I'm called
Old
Dose.
Dose.
What the fuck is
David doesn't
you know
know.
why they
I don't
call
know
me
about that.
Dose. You
Old
know why they
Dose.
call me Dose.
Oh, do I?
I mean, I haven't worn it in a
Well,
long
if
time.
he doesn't wear his pants, he plays guitar. He goes click, click, click,
I
click,
mean-
click, click.
Like, I haven't worn it in a long time, but pee still does drip out of that second hole.
That's right, folks. He has 2 pee holes.
And on that note, we'll see you guys later.
See if it crawls to the off button.
Oh man, I'm like, oh my god, I can't handle this anymore. I got pretty drunk, but not wasted drunk. Oh